I wanna be rich, but not so rich. Know too much, get left in a ditch. CIA scratches if Clinton's getting itch. Yeah, I wanna be rich, but not so rich. Suit and tie, but I move like a glitch. Eyes wide shut, still dodging the snitch. Laptop missing, emails encrypted. Truth so loud, the mainstream clipped it. Flash drive full, got that dead man code, but I keep it cold like a heart on the road. DC nights where the back doors crack. One wrong file and you never come back. I wanna be rich, but not so rich. Wiki leaking out your dome into a ditch. You wish the simulation had a glitch. You wanna be rich, but not so rich. But not so rich. G-man lurking by the food truck line. Whispers in the Wi-Fi trailing mine. Check my 6 when I speak that facts. They erase folks cleaner than income tax. No chain, no fame, just VPNs. Tryna buy truth in a world full of friends who smile like masks in a masquerade, but flip the switch like a deep state blade. I wanna be rich, but not so rich. Know too much, get left in a ditch. CIA scratches if Clinton's getting itch. Yeah, I wanna be rich, but not so rich. They say the truth will set you free, but what if it just sets you up? Tryna whistle blow, you better know you might not ever blow back up. I wanna be rich, but not so rich. Wiki leaking out your dome into a ditch. You wish the simulation had a glitch. You wanna be rich, but not so rich. But not so rich. Tell my mama I ain't suicidal, but they tap phones like a new revival. USB full of names in bold. One email could get me cold. I ain't cute, but I see the plan. When the talking points match the van. In the land of the free, you pay the price for crossing lines with too much light. I wanna be rich, but not so rich. Know too much, get left in a ditch. CIA scratches if Clinton's getting itch.
I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. If you wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama. Yeah, I got that big D energy. Ain't nobody wanna step to me. And if you really wanna bring that drama, I'll whoop that ass like Michael Obama.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, it's okay.
Layla hates her hotties. Oh yeah, Layla, she hates her hotties. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she hates the hotties. Oh yeah.
Can you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing who our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, misfits, entertaining cunning linguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically. Good guys. Conspiracy, sex, culture, making it's okay to change your thinking. Good guys. Good guys. Good guys. Good guys.
Big up your big fat Friday night. Welcome back to another episode of Secret Society of Good Guys. Hit the like and subscribe everywhere. If you want to hang out with the most dangerous chat in the world, go to Project Chaney on YouTube. Hi, guys.
That was so cute. So I have a question. Is the theme song on notice?
I just wanted to play with all the buttons today, and I was like looking through them all, and I was like, I need to take out some of these and refresh some of these. We all need to hang out soon and get new pictures. I have pictures from the Waffle House I need to upload, but I was on a cruise, and then you got in a fight. You guys got in a fight with people online, and then we were all outed for being 47th degree Masons.
Oh,
I remember it was a whole witch thing, so I was like, oh, I need to get those pictures. We have cute pictures up. So, hi.
Hello.
You guys, if you are one of the early people here, do repost and share and do all the things, because it really does help everybody get here and all of us hang out. And if you do want to hang out with the coolest chat, go to Project Chaney on YouTube, because they are smarter and funnier than we are, and that is really hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard to beat, but they are.
It makes it more entertaining, honestly. You know, I get distracted sometimes. Half the time, I don't even know what the panel is saying. And I'm just like so hyper-focused in the chat. And I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm. And I'm like agreeing with everything that you guys are saying, but I have no idea what was said.
You actually have a dual mortgage with one of us here because of that.
Just so you guys know, this is so extra nerdy, but if anyone does watch UFC, the fights start at 3 a.m. China time, like American time, because they're in China. So it's very few times that the countries actually get us to change the whole entire fight schedule. So the Saturday fights actually start probably right when Secret Society of Good Guys ends. So yeah, if you're into that sort of thing.
Wow.
What is it? What's going on, Layla? You look like you just saw something and it was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm wowing to that. Like, wow, we get to watch the UFC after the show? Like 2 in 1.
Oh, shout out. Thank you so much.
Hey, Laura.
What up, Laura? I also wanted to say, you know how we always talk about having like a sketch comedy show based on conspiracies?
Yes.
So I have a new one, a new scene that should be in that, and it's going to be called Fascia Police with Layla. But she just goes in and talks about people's auras and their vibe and what they're doing wrong with their trauma because of their fascia system. And I know it sounds corny, but if you know the videos that she's been posting, or if you listen to the stuff she says here, she talks about our fascia system and almost how it's kind of the same as, you know, like how big the mushroom system is in the Pacific Northwest, but it's in our bodies, and how it's all attached in our bodies being water and it's crystal and all this crazy stuff that is like, when you wake up, if you're like jaws clenched, that's literally your muscles fighting with themselves. Like your trauma of you is fighting with you on the small scale to the big scale. So I just thought it would be funny if Layla had a show called Fascia Police.
Yeah, that would be nice. Like I had to call some people out because today I posted a video on this girl like who did her research on fascia and like crystals and the chakras and all of that. And instead of like people actually listening to the message, it's like, oh my gosh, it sounds like she's on meth or cracked out or Adderall or blah, 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 because she's so fucking excited to share this information. So in her ADHD brain, her brain is so scattered, but she wants to say everything that she can in the moment because her brain is making all these connections with all the questions that she had throughout her lifetime. So that pure excitement and joy of like sharing this information with everyone, people couldn't focus on the message, but they focused on the delivery of the message. And it's like shaming
It's all about
the
the delivery, though.
messenger.
You know?
True, true. But when you're in that excitement, like, you know, and you just
Yeah.
like want to tell the world that you discovered something and you're just in this exciting, it happens to me. Like, I want to say all that I can in the moment as much as I can because all the thoughts are flying in my head at the moment. And I'm just like, just stop being ugly. Why you gotta be ugly? Just listen to the message. Yes, you could have delivered it better, but like if you are in her shoes and you're in that excitement of discovery and self-discovery about yourself and how your body works, yeah, I'm gonna be like a child, like a little child, and be happy in my glory that I discovered something that they kept suppressed for a very long time. And fascia is a big tool that we need to pay attention to and really start taking in the necessary nutrients that will help build the collagen to help restore your fascia. So if we can get together, stop being
Which are
vegetarian.
what are the nutrients?
Collagen.
You just eat collagen?
It's collagen. Yeah, that's what fascia is made up of. Collagen, water, and something else. So it's like a fucking massive web, just like mycelia, okay, that's connected to every fucking part of every nerve that exists in your body. Like it coddles your nerves. It's like the void that we talk about, the space that holds everything. So that's what the fascia is. It's the void in your body. It is 20% of your body weight. And we don't even know this shit. It's all coming out. So how to heal yourself is through it's an internal process, and it starts with the fascia. Like literally starts with, it holds your organs up. So I'm wondering, the lack of collagen in my body, you know, maybe it's something to do with the fascia, you know, and the collagen.
That was the thing too. I was thinking with collagen is the amount people are injecting it into themselves, like botulism. I was wondering what it does to separate their collagen receptors from itself. Like you're shooting in like poison into your body.
Maybe the collagen injections are actually a step towards evolution where people can start absorbing collagen through their lips in addition to their diet. Like we just haven't got there yet, but there's actually a practical point for collagen injections.
Well, it's hyaluronic acid now. I would know.
Well,
is it adrenochrome?
Is what?
Collagen, water, and adrenochrome? Fascia?
No.
It holds everything in, but it's also the body's electrical system. So all your electrical impulses from your brain down your spinal cord go through your fascia system. That's what tells the things to move. So it's also like, that's why Chinese medicine is important, and like having an acupressure chart or acupuncture chart, so you can actually check the areas of your body that are having issues. It's all in the fascia system. It's your electrical grid.
Well, it is interesting because it's like, don't they tell you if you have migraines? I always think about doing this because they say if you have migraines that you can get like injections of collagen into certain parts of your, I don't know where.
No,
but it's
not collagen. It's it's
or not collagen.
Botox.
Botox, I meant. Yeah. The opposite. Yeah.
Botox injections. I have a couple of friends that do that for migraines.
That's the botulism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder that sometimes. I'm like, I'm willing to try anything. Like some of the idiot shit I have myself up to while I'm trying to get rid of my migraines. I'm like, this is wild. I look like a clown.
Go get some
I'm taking
Botox.
collagen now. It's grass-fed, non-GMO, yada yada, the XYZ kind of. It's in like this big tub, and I put it in all my stews now, just to like give that extra like oomph.
Yeah, I was on a collagen kick a long time ago. The grass-fed, non-GMO collagen. But honestly, like if you eat enough like protein, you don't necessarily need collagen. Your body will produce it, but it's
You
I
were just
assume
like
it's
Tina.
not vegan.
No.
You were just like my dog, where you were like, what? I'm like, girl.
No, like type 1 is I think beef, type 2 is like pork, type 3 is fish. There's all different types of collagen. But
Also,
when I was taking one that had like 3 types in it, I couldn't even I was having issues with my Achilles tendons. I couldn't get out of bed. So also not every type of collagen is for you, and like in high doses it's still not good. It's weird.
Huh.
So the best type of beef to use, actually, especially if you look at like grass-fed type of beefs, because I know a lot of people want to make bone broth and just broth in general. If the fat is not yellow, it is not grass-fed. Like the fat needs to be like a golden yellow color, and all the fat that we see on these beefs and the marbling on the beef is all white. And that you can tell is all either a corn diet or a wheat diet or not a grass diet, but like a bullshit diet pretty much. So that's another thing to look at if you're buying or purchasing meat and you want to get into the whole collagen bone broth spiel. Look for golden fat.
Don't give them ideas.
That's
They're
where
just
it's
going to
at.
start
And
adding
no-
like yellow food coloring to the fat.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a Lizzo thing.
Yellow dye this.
I'm golden fat. I think there's gold.
Well,
I
when
think
you think
there's
about
like,
it, our fat is.
no, but I think we have yellow and white fat.
And brown fat. Brown fat is
brown,
in your
yeah.
armpits and in your genital region.
Maybe you.
No, it's everyone.
Why? Why is it brown?
Like how Layla
It's
said,
honestly,
First
babies have a whole bunch
Oh,
of brown fat,
what?
and the older you get, the smaller your brown fat deposits get. So it's a weird hormone thing that causes it to lessen. But those are the 2 areas that you keep it. Those your armpits and in like your pubic mound area. Like
So the
like
more
pussy fat,
melanated the fat,
that's
the
or
better?
like ball fat, that's like
so if you have
brown
a
fat.
fat pussy that
Yeah.
is
brown fat.
that's like, oh, I'm a little black girl. I got that fat pussy. Like that's my
What the hell is
brown
ball
fat.
Fat pussy.
I was like, I don't know.
Sorry, I
It
just
seems
wanna-
like
A fat
I have like
cunt.
fat area down there
Real
too
quick,
sometimes.
real quick, if you're just joining us, if you're one of the first 100 people here, this is a midnight show and we talk about whatever. So if you're one of the first time and you're like, oh my gosh, did they just say fat pussy? It might get worse. Like Layla can just go on a whole OCD thing where she's like pussy, 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 pussy. And if you've been watching long enough, it's like a inside joke. But otherwise, you're just like, what is wrong with this lady? She just keeps. So anyways, welcome to the first 20 minutes of Secret Society of Good Guys. Do make sure you share with all your favorite people, or you can share it with your enemies.
We're just getting it all out of our system before
We love the haters
Sunday
too.
morning. That's it.
Yeah, so we can be all.
We love the haters too. So they're.
Sometimes we turn them. Sometimes they're haters, and then they become lovers.
Lovers. Yeah.
Lovers.
Because we're not your average like podcasters. We don't know anything. We just talk
we
about it all. That's all.
Oh, that's what I should have named this episode. It should have been
Fat
called
pussy.
Moister Than Most. Welcome to the Secret Society of Good Guys, where we're moister than most, and we have plenty of
I
panty.
love that. I love it. I love it a lot.
One thing, I need to get another new camera. Not because of the camera part necessarily, even though the light died on it. The part where it goes into my computer is so like weak that if I breathe too heavy, it just knocks my whole camera off and I have to reset my computer and come back in. So I'm like scared to touch anything on this side of my desk right now. I'm like, what the hell?
I got a topic I want to throw in the mix.
Yay.
Something
Yeah, do
topical.
it.
So apparently Ron DeSantis painted over the Rainbow Bridge in Orlando that's right outside Pulse nightclub. And Pulse is like 2 miles down the street from where I'm at right now. So, and I was at home when all that was going on, but
that's why Thomas moved there.
That would I moved. Yeah, okay. Well, we got to keep that on the ZL. I haven't been exposed until now, but I've been living at the black site there. No, but I lived like 2 miles away from there when that happened, and I still can't wrap my head around it. Remember the dad that was in the back of the Hillary Clinton campaigns on TV within like striking distance that was the dad of the guy that did the pulse. And remember when the girlfriend, everyone said that, oh, she was like simple-minded. She was like simple Jack, and she didn't know what was going on. And let's just get her out of the country. Don't worry about her. Like that entire thing is so weird. And it just like all came back up again now because there's people that were packed downtown, at least in that area, and they were like protesting because I guess in the middle of the night, Ron DeSantis waited, like literally in the middle of the night, he'd waited for everyone to be asleep, and then had a whole team show up and just painted over black. So now people are showing up with rainbow colored chalk, and they're like chalking it back in. So it's going to be like a thing, I guess.
It's art.
Chalking it back in. Oh my God.
I don't have anything to say about this, honestly.
I think that all of this part that we're seeing is intentionally going to be like, this is the conflict that the government is painting over bridges and painting over sidewalks and roadways that they own. Like the government's creating the problem and then making the problem and then creating over again, so that the actual conflict, which was who was this guy, who was his girlfriend, why was the dad within walking distance of Hillary Clinton on the campaign trail on television, like how are all these weird synchronicity, things and conveniences and unexplained little quirks. And I think all of this is that ever going like frog in the boiling pot. These are all those little litmus tests. It's like, let's just throw dad in the background of the presidential campaign in the middle of what's one of the most decisive elections in history. Let's just throw him right there front and center. See what happens. Will those idiots buy it? Oh, okay, I guess they bought it. No one really called us on that. Let's like keep upping it a little bit. And I think that this is like a way to sweep that original stuff under the carpet, so that now anyone ever remembers is, oh, remember when the government painted over that bridge, and not, hey, remember when we never heard from the girlfriend and the dad ever again?
I actually think this is a really good point in general for most the newer conspiracy theorists that are all getting to the table. I see why it's so important to go evergreen and to do things like, hey, let's go into Pulse again and tell it all over again from the detailed original thing. Let's go into Sandy Hook again and tell it again. Let's go into Parkland again and tell it again. Instead of jumping on to every new thing they want us to jump onto, it's almost better to go back. Like, it proves that this is what they're doing again. You're teaching people how to have that, pattern recognition. You're giving it to them by showing them all the other things before. And so sometimes it's like, yep, we're all almost on our it's almost Labor Day. Let me put my white pants away and get out my 9/11 trauma. It's like we all are about to do this together, like we do all these other holidays, that it's almost like it behooves, it's almost like a stick in the simulation spokes, is when they're doing this Rainbow Bridge stuff, to be like, you know what? Let's talk about the Pulse nightclub shooting again. Let's get, like, we should have an episode, Pulse nightclub shooting. Let's dive deep again, where we actually go into all the, because didn't he have a weird job? It was like a really sloppy false flag.
Not only that, but there's, I don't know where you guys are at on this, especially you, Chaney, but this was a turning point in the Donald Trump election too, because I remember, I believe it was when the Pulse nightclub shooting happened, all the the news Reddits and stuff, but this is before like you would go to Twitter as much or on like Facebook. Like Reddit had a lot of these like breaking news, and all the Reddits that were talking about the Pulse nightclub shooting were all getting shut down, all the threads getting deleted, just like disappearing with like, and they actually started becoming hubs of where people were trying to figure out what was going on real time, like on location. The one place that wasn't deleting them was the subreddit called the Donald, and all of a sudden it just became the only place that a lot of people could go to figure out exactly what was happening, if there were still people hiding, if there were shots going off, because every other like live stream news outlet was mainstream and way behind, and this subreddit, the Donald, like had it nonstop up to date, and I remember that once that subreddit went away, then there's really no coherent outlet to figure out where there's like this one single stream of people checking in. Like, it doesn't happen on Twitter because they decide what order you get to see all these posts in. You don't really see it on any other network. And obviously it was like a small little blip in time that existed, but the Pulse night shooting in particular skyrocketed this one specific subreddit. It was the only place you could go to get information on this event. And all of a sudden they just got an influx of people that were probably apolitical or apathetic at least. And now they're inside the Donald subreddit, which is then becomes like this harvest area to just groom like 15, 16, 17-year-olds to like love Donald and love memes and associate Donald with memes. So like, and Pulse did that. It was pretty much Pulse, and then there was the French theater shooting. That one also drove more people to this like Donald Trump subreddit.
The subreddit ends up getting taken down and banned. It's one of the things that ends up getting taken, you know, like one of the first, before they came for Alex Jones, they came for the Donald subreddit, you know, kind of thing.
It was,
our
I mean,
internet
at that
censorship.
time, like I was apolitical myself, but like this became the only place you could, like, when something was popping off in the news, it was like, let's go and see what the Post says at the Donald about it. And it was the only place you could get like sort of an actual live account of if anyone had it. If they weren't, and of course people would like bullshit, but a lot of the stuff that was actually happening was reported there first.
And it's just so crazy because now when you think about like the date of this happening and then the like rolling into the trans agenda that we ended up rolling into, it was almost like, here we go. Like this was the sacrifice.
This was the shooter?
Yeah, that was the
shooter.
I don't remember much of this, honestly.
Airsoft.
Well, I don't know. Like, what,
I really don't. It's so wild.
Mind control victim? Was he programmed? Was it all false flag psyop? Like, I legitimately think he did it.
Was he Iranian? Like
what
now,
were the political ties, and why do they every time there's a national tragedy, and that's what it was or turned into, every time there's a national tragedy, if the perpetrators Middle Eastern, they just like whisk them out of the country. It just seems like that's the default move. And whenever that happens, it's just weird. Remember this is gonna be random. Remember the clock boy that was like brought the clock to school and it looked like a bomb, and then he got kicked out of school and turned into this whole thing, and then Obama like invited him to come to the White House, and his dad was running for president of, I can't remember the country. I'll just make one up. Like, it wasn't, I don't think it was Iran. It was like a smart country, but he was running for the presidency of a country. So he wasn't just some random person. And these stories, I don't think that Obama sits down and he writes the stories, or his team writes the story. They just wait for some idiot to like the bubble boy, right? Like, I don't think anyone was like, let's get some idiot in fly over to like put a chair on a balloon. But when someone does that, they're like, let's push everything towards that.
Look, I was just like reading, and a 911 call made shortly after the shooting began. A teen swore alliance to the leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, died like a dog. That's always what I think of when I read his name. Died like a dog. And it's just so funny how many times we had to hear him say, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Like, so yeah, it's just funny how that all really was all connected throughout Trump's presidency.
Well, speaking of Trump's presidency, he's doing a really good job with Washington, D.C., and my feed has been full of Washington, D.C.ers and natives, and they're all like, oh my God, I love it. Like, and Democrats, people who hate him, they're like, listen, I don't like the man, but whatever he did here, I love it. Like, they are so happy that they get to walk the streets and there's light. They say, like, I feel like there's light out. It's not like walking into darkness. You know, we got to make steps. We got to make changes. Hopefully the fucking hard narcotics will stop. Maybe these people start getting help, actually, you know, instead of like keeping them in the streets. Or are they doing something nefarious to these people that they're capturing? I don't know. Where do these people go? That's what I want to know.
What people?
The homeless people, the thugs, the criminals on the street, the bobbers and weavers, and the psyops that we see. But I mean, how do I know if these stories are true or not? I mean, I'm taking testimony from people who are saying they're from there, and the people who are protesting are not even from Washington, D.C. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, it's the same way that the White House would buy millions of likes for all their social media accounts so they don't just look like they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I feel like they can also just, you know, buy stats at anything they want. Whether it's a rally or a protest or a tragedy, they can convert money into statistics and guide that however they want to. It seems like an easy thing to prove. Like it's an objective thing that if they wanted to do that, they could.
This makes me laugh.
I like to think that he did clean up.
Single mothers need to fight a wizard's high on ketamine just to get to Powell's. Powell's is a bookstore.
Yeah. I mean, when I lived in New York City, before I even moved with my area where I was in Manhattan, this was before I moved from Astoria, lots of bobbers and weavers and meth heads and crackheads. And I mean, that was when I was there and like before I moved in 2020. And I could only imagine like how it progressed. You know
what's crazy is I mean this is gonna be one of those old man like when I was a little kid, but when we were kids, right? When we were kids, there wasn't a fear of, oh my god, you might accidentally get fentanyl and die in your drugs. Like when we were kids, I remember the biggest precaution was like, don't run with LSD in your pocket because you might think you're an orange and peel yourself to death. And that was like legitimately one of the things you're like, whoa, man, be careful. You could die doing that. But it was fantasy a little bit, right? Like it was fictional. But now, like kids that are out just trying to explore and see what's out there, like you legitimately have a non-zero chance of getting fentanyl in your drug somehow.
Do you remember too, like sex ed photos, and they were like the worst possible case in the whole world of like genital warts and shit? Oh my god. Like drugs were like scary, and then STDs were like super scary.
I feel like that genital warts thing is like a high bar too. Like I feel like I remember when I first learned about it in sex ed, like it was like, you know, for some reason, genital warts, like if everything was a bar or a building, like a scary monster, it was like, you know, the monsters got bigger. It was like syphilis, gonorrhea, the clap. They got bigger. HIV, AIDS. And then it was like genital warts. And it was
you're like, oh my god, no.
Well, you know, Atlanta.
That's where the whole HPV,
I'm
they always
by those
get us
pictures.
with the bumps.
Well, recently Atlanta statistics show, like according to the WHO or wherever they keep the records, 20,000 new cases of HIV in Atlanta. Is that number real? Is it true? I don't know, but that is fucking scary and nasty.
Just how many people they want to give the treatment to and kill.
But isn't there also cases of the Black Plague in California?
Yes, there is, but that happened, or bubonic plague.
No, I think it's the Black Plague in California, but I think you're right. Like Washington or Oregon had the bubonic plague a couple of years ago.
Because California usually gets the bubonic plague. It was South Lake Tahoe.
Well, I feel like the whole AIDS thing is all tied with the spike protein that they took from the AIDS virus and implanted it in the mRNA vaccines. And as it's working through the system, when you get hot, and the more sex you probably have, you're probably triggering something where the spike proteins start attacking your white blood cells.
Allegedly.
There you go. You have AIDS. Allegedly.
No, I don't want to sound. I want to sound too paranoid here, but the question is not if the government's doing this. I think here's the question: is could the government do this? Could the government sort of like send out different waves of illness or fill in the blanks, almost like fashion designers do, where fashion designers like 5-10 years in advance decide this is going to be what the fashion is in 6 or 7 years from now, and they start sewing all the dresses and like getting all the marketing ready so that when that fashion takes over, they've got like all the campaigns and all the inventory to push it. Like that's how that industry is supposed to work, right? Like it trickles down. So like they plant it. And like I just imagine that there's like the Illuminati political version of that, like the Pfizer version of that, where they all just sit around a table and they're kind of like do little fashion shows, and they bring someone out like, here's the Ebola model for this evening, and they're like, here's the Zika model with their little baby with the huge inflated head, and they kind of decide which ones are going to be like the most beneficial. Like so the question is, could they do that if they wanted to?
I think they can, and I think it ties with also like medical astrology and how all the parts of your body are tied to the astrological bodies. So that's where 5G, I think, is tied into that. So during those times, whatever your illness is tied, everyone has an illness that's tied to astrology. Like you can find when you'll get sick or whatever. So I feel like during the cycles of like Venus and Mars or Jupiter and this, with those people in that chart, when it ties with that person and the 5G amplifies, I feel it amplifies the sickness within the person. Doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or not vaccinated. I think they can trigger and add more volume to the whatever your sickness is just through the 5G, just by the fucking astrological time and set.
Have you heard about this town that's that has like no 5G tower, no cell towers whatsoever for like square miles, and it's because it's some sort of like a telescope, where it's a radio telescope, I think, where they're observing stars, or so they say, and that if there's cell towers anywhere near it, that it causes interference in the photographs they're trying to take. So there's absolutely no cell towers anywhere near this place, and it becomes a haven for people that claim to be like allergic essentially to electromagnetic waves, like cell phones and electricity, and they all start to congregate there, and then
serial killers
start attracting people that have internet addictions. They start congregating there too, because there's even if you wanted to, you could not get internet unless it was hardwired somewhere. So I don't know if you've never heard of that. It's a really interesting place, like a very specific spot in America.
I believe that, honestly.
I don't think it's in New Mexico though.
That's so interesting. I don't know. I
They
feel
might
like
have
there's
one.
something
I'm sure
to that.
there's multiple ones.
Like where the big
like
telescope is in California?
The seven heavens, the seven chakras. It's just like the seven, the different planetary. Yeah, it's like it's the seven. It's the seven within us, as within, so without. It's all tied astrologically, and they don't want you to know about that. And they want you afraid of astrology. I don't know why they want us afraid of it.
Isn't there 9 planets?
It's Green Bank, West Virginia, by the way. Green Bank, West Virginia, and it's called
West Virginia.
the National Radio Quiet Zone, NRQZ.
It's 7 without. Hold on.
There you go. Yeah, Julie's got it.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here I'm pulling it up. D.
And I'm sure they don't want more people
minus the sun is 7.
making pilgrimages here for any reason, but
so 8 planets minus the sun, it's 7.
Well, that's not right either.
That's what it says. Solar system. There are 8 planets in our solar system. Take out the sun, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no. Oh no, it's 8.
It'd be 9 with Pluto. 9 planets.
Well, or us, like Earth, so minus us, Earth, because we're the center of it all. It's 7. And Pluto, they say technically.
Or 8 if you count Pluto.
Yeah.
It's like the Y of the alphabet, but planets. And sometimes Pluto.
No, the butt planet is your Uranus.
Well, it's just interesting that how heavily that debate, which seems very ritualistic because of Disney being involved with Werner von Braun so much, and then also giving us Pluto, the animation, and then us always having the question of like, Pluto is a dog, but what's Goofy?
Yeah.
It's like Pluto's a dog. Like we have this debate all the time of what Pluto is, and then there's also this debate of if he's a planet. It just feels like
it was on Stand By Me too. That whole debate.
What the hell is Mickey? I mean, he's not really a mouse, right?
No, not really.
Well, I think he started off as like
a rat or something, or a rabbit.
Yeah, a rabbit. So like
a rabbit.
That's what some of the original Mike Groening cartoons were too. They were sort of a play on that, I believe, on the original Mickey Mouse.
Somebody put in here. I had it at the bottom for a while. Sorry, I have the shortest attention span. That did you see that the person that Anne Heche, the house she ran into, that the person whose house it was found hanging from a tree?
No.
What?
This week?
Get the fuck out of here. Recently?
Like that person just died the next day. Like killed themselves the next day. So off themselves.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't ever know that.
Bull motherfucking shit. They could suck my left ass cheek with that shit.
Yeah,
like,
somebody link an article on X. And because we already did go heavy Fauci in the first 40 minutes, do make sure you follow everyone on stage and follow all of our other social media accounts. So wherever, if you're watching us, if we get in trouble.
Is he in jail yet?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while.
Head off yet? Yeah, like where is he?
In Minecraft.
Yeah, in Minecraft. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know.
It was before Steamboat Willie too. The name's freaking escaping me. Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Cosmic Conditions.
Oswald. That was it. Oswald.
Why does that name sound familiar?
How long ago, though, in your journey with this whole thing where you're like, you know, they're finding out that people have AIDS and blah, 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 blah. Don't you feel like I'm not even trying to kid. Don't you feel like 5 years ago was a joke that we used to make? Like, Fauci gave me AIDS. Like, this isn't even, it's like, I don't want to be like, course and just be like duh, but that's what I feel like at this point. It's like duh. And the other thing, I always see them talk about like childhood obesity and these like huge kids, and I just think it's the vaccines. It's like, yes, they're putting poison in all of our food and who knows what else that goes through our body, but everywhere that you look at the vaccine schedule being the highest, the people are fat. And so it's just like, I don't know.
Messing with the thyroid.
And like even what Thomas was saying, like they're like, oh, a Zika baby, big head, a this, or that, or whatever. And then they always have this like medical whole other plague on the other side of the ailment, that so now we have like all these Ozempic drugs, like tons and tons of different kinds of Ozempic drugs.
GLP-1s,
and then there'll be a whole like those will be the beta version, then they'll come out like it'll be different versions because all the lawsuits that will come out. And it's like people are going blind. People are like where they're just throwing up all the time. Like the amount of side effects that I'm seeing from these things. And I'm just like, it's almost like it's planned on one end. And then you get in this other rigmarole of a medical system.
And babies too, like babies being born without limbs and like deformities, and it's just sad to see. Like my feed, unfortunately, is sad, and I get so triggered. These unvaccinated children with my vaccinated child, but my child is sick. But how is your child?
Oh, they were pushing that one when women were pregnant, like this one, and. Wait, I guess it doesn't even matter now. But yeah, they were pushing it on pregnant women. And I know a pregnant woman who got it, and then her baby was born and had this weird extra like tissue on its head. Like I was like, well,
Yeah,
why
but
the fuck would you
imagine
not?
how bad it would have been if they didn't get the thing. Like it would have been even worse.
Right.
Like it would
You're
have been
right.
a bigger
Because it
bump.
You
totally
guys
was
see
why it
that
was there, right?
girl who got her booster shot and her whole fucking scalp like peeled off and she got all these fucking things all over her body? Like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
almost died, this fucking girl. Like cover, like her, like she was this swollen. It was fucking insane. How she survived that, I don't know. I don't know. I thought the girl was a goner.
And that was like an online story, social media thing only. Like there was, as far as I know, there was no news stations
news
anywhere in the
coverage.
country that picked that up. That was like a TikTok
Nope.
story.
Mm-hmm. Not one news station picked it up. Not one. And the MAGA group got together, and she was actually a Democrat. The MAGA group came together, raised money for her, helped her heal, and she like woke up in the whole like mess of it all, going through the hell of it. She fucking woke up and was like, holy shit.
How
Like,
does the MAGA crowd deal with the fact that Trump is still claiming victory for introducing the whole thing? And like it seems like that one part he just gets a pass on from
not just
like
that
like
part.
his sycophant crowd. A lot of them are very anti jib jab, right? But he's so pro. He still is. He's never reversed course on it, really. You know what I mean? So, and it's an interesting dynamic where the crowd is like so anti that while he's never stepped away from it.
And we are also anti, Israel.
His crowd
Well, I
boos
don't want
him.
to say it, but
Anytime he brings it up, the entire crowd boos him. Like the entire crowd in live situations all over since the beginning, since he ever brought one up. So I just think if they're all anti-vax and everybody else is going to do whatever the opposite of Donald Trump says is.
that would be interesting.
Well, I mean, that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
more he loves it, the
Vaccines
more
are good.
people that hate him
Yeah.
are like, I'm not. It's like hippies are going back where hippies should be.
He's doing his job.
Yeah,
That's my
it's
favorite thing
like,
about him.
The thing I love about my liberals, I want you to be hippies. I want you to be over there anti-vax with your chicken coops and making your macrame. I want you to be smoking your
Burn
weed.
your damn
I want you to
bra.
be telling me how oregano and weeping willow can cure everything. I want my hippies back where they need to be. So I
Thank
would
you.
prefer
We have to
them
relate,
to
please.
like hate the vaccine because the guy in a red tie, which goes right with their script. We hate guys in red ties and suits. I'm a liberal hippie. Perfect. Hate that vaccine again.
That would be
Hippies,
a
I need
great
you back
social
on
experiment.
squad.
Like going to like New York City and interviewing like Democrats and be like, so you hate Donald Trump, right? Yeah, So, he's against the abortion and he's against this, but he's very pro-vaccine. What do you think about that? Oh, he is? Really? Oh, well, I don't know. I don't think vaccines are that effective. Like, I'd have to check the study. I don't know. They would not agree with him. Do a social
With the
experiment.
exception of Hollywood black people are pretty the medical system. But in general, all the black people I know are pretty anti the medical system. They're not all up in it like TV black people would have you believe. Like Candace
Cosby was
Owens
a
would have you
doctor.
believe. They're not. It's like they all know about the Tuskegee experiments. Like it's pretty impressive. Like the history that we all get from our grandparents, and this is the other thing, big up to the black community. All their grandparents aren't inside the nursing homes. They actually take care of them at their house still. So it's not like white people. Like the nursing homes are filled with white people. Because other cultures take care of their old people.
Antidotes of like turpentine and sugar and turpentine with this and
turpentine with that. Put a little turpentine in your greens.
Yeah. I mean, dandelions and all these wild roots and mushrooms and flowers and all these different concoctions. And that's how they were connected to Earth. And they still do. They try to pass this information along. Avocado seed and alcohol. Leave it in there.
Black people psyop though. not that it didn't concern all of us, but I felt like it was bigger for the Black community. And I'm like, oof. Like I see it on the time, we're on this loop where they're rinse and repeat. Let's loose you again. And they loose you again because they're about to set up doing that shit again. And I just feel like Katrina on the timeline. They are pushing every Katrina documentary. Everywhere I look, Katrina again. And I'm like, what are they up to, New Orleans? You better keep your head on a swivel this year. Because I feel like when they're prepping for it, they're going to do it again.
Well, and I got a weird vibe when we were on the phone with Summer or whatever, or she sent us a video and she was showing all the hurricanes that she's like messing with or whatever. And I just happened to see K. And in my head, I was like, they're going to do something with the K hurricane again this year, which maybe it's not, but maybe I was just vibing the Katrina vibe that you're talking about. But
well, we had Aaron just whip up the coast, and it did the exact same path as Hurricane Aaron did in 2001 during 9/11. And then there was like the system, the F system we kind of have to keep an eye on. I don't know what their names are going to be. It's just like, and then I don't know what happens, but August looks kind of okay. For Gulf storms, typically is September, October that we're like, oh, fuck. And so.
And the last big one was December.
Yeah, it did.
For me.
The storm carried all the way on. Like it was a late hurricane season this
December
year, maybe
was
later
like the
than
worst
ever.
of it. Yeah.
So,
what I've noticed about the radar systems, it's not like it was last year. I could see the history of like the hurricanes to come all the way from Africa, supposedly, like all lined up like a week, 2 weeks before. Now you're only getting the big news like 3 days before, 2 days before. Like something's off with the radar. It's not like it was last year. And how the patterns are going now, it's not like how it was last year, just like passing through Cuba, then going under Florida, and then coming in around, and then going inwards. Now it's like kind of going towards Florida, but then curving right before Florida and then going up. And this is not the pattern that we were seeing last year. So it's repeating a pattern, like Chaney said, of a pattern that they've tested before. And now they're probably amping shit up now.
And
that's the only conclusion I could come up with.
And all of the, we all know, like somebody put like the Gulf is so hot, like these storms just explode. We get this certain amount of time, like the way Katrina went, it looked like, I remember at the time, and this is where it's so sketch that how much did they know when? Like if everything's a lot more advanced than they tell us. They had the entire eastern seaboard of Florida. We prepared for Katrina. We thought it was going to like nail the eastern seaboard of the state, like just rip up it. And then all of a sudden it just like cut into the Gulf and made like in a weird, like it looks like it kind of comes down and then just it's almost driven. I never seen such a perfect storm, even still. Like out of all the hurricanes where you're like, it had a perfect eye.
It was the best storm.
It was the greatest storm, some say.
The way you're describing it too, you're like, oh, that storm.
Beautiful Katrina is what I call it. But
that
then
last figure.
In my Lego brain, why can't they just put like a hot air balloon in the eye of the storm with dry ice? Like, why can't cool air in the center break up a storm if hot air increases it?
But don't they do that to increase the storm? Didn't we like have an episode and we talked about how they put in dry ice, I believe, and it increased the storm?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was called Project. Yeah, we've talked about it on an episode.
Like a lot of the newest Twisters movie or something.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay, back when the glitter shortage thing happened, and we were like theorizing all the things, like were they like putting it in the sky? Were they, was it McDonald's or whatever? But like, I just saw this video the other day that said that the number one buyer of glitter is mortuaries. And that's what they mix it in with the ash when they give you your loved one's ashes.
But I don't think it is mortuaries. I think it's the military.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, the military too. But I was like, I just thought it was an interesting thing. I've never looked at somebody's ashes, so
I don't
I
have
wonder if they
any
sparkle
glitter
though.
in my ashes. I have so many ashes. I'm like a mausoleum with the amount of
1947.
ashes that I have in my life.
I
I feel like
don't want
I'm going to be one
ashes.
of those old ladies where I end up with everyone's
There's
ashes.
Brandy on my shelf.
Yeah, I'll be like Joan Rivers when she died. She had weird fucking ashes of everyone you can imagine. Like, so she ended up with like Vincent Price's ashes and like
Wow,
just crazy
that's cool though.
people that anyone who, if they were like, oh, I was a huge fan of them, she'd be like, you want some? Like she would just give out people's ashes, but that's some old witchy shit.
What's the eBay policy on that?
I think you can sell ashes on
Really? You
eBay.
think so? You could sell like a little glass vial
Let
of
me look.
Vincent Price's ashes on eBay, or because they're literally they are human
Can
remains,
you
right? They
I
call it
kind of
sell
that.
want some of Vincent Price's ashes, and I don't have any desire to own ashes, to be honest.
eBay?
I would just have like a, you know how people have
No,
a
you
huge
can't.
Culligan 5-gallon that they put all their change in? I would do
Yeah.
something like that. If I
While there may
You
not
make
be a
little
federal law
ash
against selling human ashes in
art.
the United States, it is prohibited on eBay.
they have a specific policy that you're not
Yeah,
allowed.
no human remains, like you said.
Yeah, yeah. You know what happens is it gets weird because now there's a financial incentive to produce human ashes for sale. So you're kind of monetarily incentivizing someone to go out and murder and burn people.
The red heifer thing is so like annoying and triggering and boring to me. Like, I don't know how many times we're going to recycle and regurgitate it. And then it's like, oh, it wasn't real. It was real. Oh, it means they're close. I don't care. It's not my religion. I don't care what Scientology is doing in their rituals either. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah, Ryan.
It's not just him. I see it everywhere. The amount of rooms talking about it and posts I see where they're like, this was a real ritual. And it's like, oh, it had one white hair. It had this. I literally don't give a shit.
I don't believe in magic cows, and I don't think that there's like one cow that's more magical than all of the millions that McDonald's slaughters just to like make hamburgers for
You
a
don't think
month.
the cow that jumped over the moon was not the most magical cow?
That's where I'm like, unless we're talking about the cow that Jack in the Beanstalk was traded for magic beans, then I don't give a shit. It just feels like, it's like Thomas makes a coin and he puts Layla on the coin with 666, and then everybody comes out with this conspiracy about, Layla's on the 666 coin. Who cares? Thomas just made it. That's what I feel.
We should actually do that.
It's just like these things keep happening and people are giving all this weight to fucking, like, who gives a shit? But it's not just Ryan. I love Ryan.
Like,
Shout out to Ride or Die. I didn't even mean to pull up just the red heifer thing. I'm like, oh, this again.
5 guys in a field kill a cow. More at 11. That's the red heifer thing, right?
Why have they even got to call it heifer? Because, well, is a heifer like a virgin cow? Because a cow is a female cow. Like, you don't eat cow. Everybody thinks that beef is cow. It's not. Beef is steer.
Like, it's redundant to say, like, it's a young female bovine.
So
Yeah.
if
It's a
they're
cow. Yeah, it's a
virgins.
cow.
I wonder if they're
That is not
virgin.
yet given birth.
Oh, but that's veal, no?
She has to
No.
successfully give
gotta be a-
birth to be considered a cow. Otherwise, she's
I
just
like
a
veal.
heifer.
I'm sorry to say.
Oh my
I like
gosh.
veal.
Ooh, but have you ever
Layla
seen
and I,
Bill Shacks?
heifers,
I walked by Bill
Abbie
Shack.
cow.
Huh?
Layla
Oh,
and I
yeah.
are heifers.
Heifers.
You're a cow.
That's right. I got
You have to successfully give birth to be considered a cow.
You guys remember Rocco's Modern Life? And the
Yeah.
Rocco's friend was a cow named Heifer, but Heifer was a boy, but heifers are actually girls. So he was like one of the first transgender Nicktoons in the 90s.
Well, and it's
What
labeled
about
that
cow
way
and chicken?
too. Like on
Cow and
is it
chicken.
Netflix
That's
or whatever,
on,
it's
yeah.
on Disney. It's labeled as LGBTQ.
Ultra.
That's what, and somebody said it's a cow that gives birth to another cow, but it's not. It's a cow that gives birth to a heifer.
What's
Cows aren't having cows. Cow. It seems like to become a cow is like a cow secret society. Like not everyone's a cow. It's like next level to be a cow. Like we're just calling all these things cows, and very few of them have actually given successful birth to get the title cow. It's like some Elon Musk shit.
Beef
calling
is
them
not
all
cow. Beef is steer.
I feel like we should all go on a red heifer diet, like strictly. Like all we eat is just red heifer.
Except that,
Where can we get that?
like, heifer is a cow, and you don't want to eat cow. It's not the same as eating beef. Like, if you eat cow, it is not good.
And what isn't it like?
It tastes different. It's like worse than the gamiest stuff you've ever tasted. It's worse than liver.
Yeah, red hue heifer is clever. At the Playboy Mansion, that is clever. Yeah, it's not losing your virginity. You can be a cow and totally have sex. You have to give birth.
You mean a heifer?
Yeah, like to be a cow, you actually have to have successful birth. So even if you have stillborn birth, sorry, heifer. That's not a successful birth. It's so curious. But isn't burning an effigy like a powerful magic anyway? And aren't people doing that all the time?
Like burning the American flag?
What, burning?
Animals and shit. Didn't they just find like a whole bunch of people in the woods like burning a deer? Isn't this happening all the time?
Jewish people. Yeah, and they sacrifice chickens. I don't know if they necessarily burn them, but we do for them. What? Did I say something wrong?
I loved it. That's exactly how I was picturing.
Well, no, for real.
Yeah.
Like, we burn a chicken for them. Like, they do whatever they need to do. They cleanse themselves during, I forgot what holiday that is, and they get all these chickens, and then they slaughter them, and then they sell them at the shops for us to eat. So we're eating their sins technically.
Our conspiracy theory sketch comedy show. I think it's like the Great Chicago Fire of like 1946 or something. Red heifer kicks over the lantern, and then it lights the whole city of Chicago on fire.
The Red Bulls.
Oh.
It's the only,
Chicago
yeah,
Bulls.
then you do have Red Bulls. As that if you flip upside down, they're all like transhumanist symbology. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah. The little robot.
Now, there's a Mandela effect, and I don't know if people are just like picturing Dennis Rodman for some reason, but like they remember the Chicago Bulls logo having the ring here, and they're like, no, it's not like the laughing cow. We understand the whole laughing cow situation, but people are saying they remember the Chicago Bulls logo having the fucking ring on its nose. I'm like, maybe y'all are getting it twisted with the fact that Dennis Rodman used to fucking wear a huge one in all of his games all the time. So I'm just wondering if
I think people get it twisted. I mean, I have an
memory.
aunt that calls me Michael whenever I see her on holidays. So it doesn't surprise me that people misremember.
Does she ever call you Michelle?
Big Mike. She calls me Big Mike.
I do think people get it fucked up too. That's why I thought it was. I even put something out with the Cracker Barrel. I'm like, circle to 3 years from now, where I have to hear you guys convinced that this is a Mandela effect, that there was a cracker in a barrel on the sign.
Well, now there's also an incentive for companies to convince people that their logo used to have some element in it that it didn't, just so that they can jump on this viral meme Mandela effect wave, right? Like, imagine if Cornucopia got together, Fruit of the Loom got together, and they were just like, let's make people think that the Cornucopia was always in it, or let's, whatever any of these are, because there are legitimate versions where knockoffs got produced, or some other company might have taken over manufacturing and screwed something up, and like a limited amount got out, or like an ad campaign kind of skipped over. Like, there's legitimate reasons for this that like throw people off, but now companies want to be part of that, so they're gonna like plant plant false memories in you just so that you're like, oh, now Adidas is part of the Mandela effect. Like, why wouldn't you want to be part of that?
Thomas,
Yeah.
why you gotta take the magic away?
Walmart.
It's still magic. It's just that now you know how it's done. You don't like seeing how magic tricks are done?
I'm just saying.
Well, Walmart just spent I don't know how much on their new logo. And if you look at it, it's
You
nothing
said
new.
Walmart did?
The letters are just bolder. Yeah, Walmart. They spent fucking I don't know how many millions of dollars just to change the logo. But if you look at the logo, it ain't any different. They just made the letters more bold and that star thingy. They just made it more.
Shit, they need to pay Chaney to do that
and
shit.
They spent.
I don't see. Oh, here. Walmart. This is from January 14th.
I just saw it on my
have to
timeline
pull up
recently,
the,
and I'm like, I had no idea that when AI could
Here, I'm
just
going
do
to pull
for
it
you.
up though, so you can see exactly what Layla's
it's a
talking
joke.
about because this is real life.
It's a joke.
This
We-
is from
AI
January
could've done that.
14th, but it's still the
Too.
same.
Can we do a side by side? Yeah, there we go.
There's the
Ta-da!
old and the new, and there's the old and the new.
It's like they've just gotten bigger and closer. Like literally in real life, they've gotten bigger and closer.
Does it tell you how much they spent?
And then better blue.
No.
Just to
that's
do
all I
that?
can- No.
Can we do a side by side of Cracker Barrel too? Since we're on this,
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. Yeah, I want to see that because
I had a
don't
pretty
even
hot
know.
take on
I've
this.
never been
No
in a
one-
Cracker Barrel.
no one nibbled. Oh, see, Cracker Barrel for me growing up, whenever we did, because we would drive from Florida to New York for like every summer, and that was just like a long ass road trip. We'd stop at like like a little roadside motel and stuff, and Cracker Barrel was always the first thing when you got off of a highway, or the first thing right before you got onto a highway, at least in like the late 80s, early 90s. So it just kind of became like a place that you go to, at least for our family, place you would go to whenever you go on like a long road trip and you're getting on and off the highway. So like I like grew up with Cracker Barrel sort of like training me, like they MK Ultra'd me. So,
All right.
okay, so here's my hot take: is that the old logo looked too much like a fetus, so they had to kill it.
Dude.
You just killed Layla. A couple of things is the first Cracker Barrel, like these are real questions that I've had this week. Is the first Cracker Barrel logo a bean?
That's what it kind of looks like a cracked bean.
And then I
beanstalk.
never ever even noticed that the K was such a messy line like that out into the rest of the Cracker Barrel, and it kind of bothers me. Like I would never have that in one of my designs. I don't get. Oh, it's a fucking lasso. They're doing a lot.
Oh, it is a lasso.
They're doing a lot. They're trying to put too many ideas
Oh,
into
it is a
one
lasso?
logo.
I think I might have remembered seeing one of these where they didn't have the yellow fill in the background, and you could tell it was a lasso a little bit clearer.
Like it looked like a rope.
I don't know. Maybe that was the Mandela effect. Who
Or
knows?
the things that go.
I mean, I don't need the old man on it, if I'm honest.
Do you know they say the word cracker came from
whip?
Like the white owners of slaves. Yeah, and they used to crack slaves and they used to call them cracker.
Well, there's a Florida
cracker.
version too that's
I was
about
like, no way.
rustling cattle.
Yeah,
Yeah, you never heard of
Florida
like a Florida cracker
Huh?
is a different term than the the white cracker term. Like Florida cracker means its own thing, and it predates all that. Like they called themselves crackers before it became
Oh.
pejorative.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
We're gonna pull it up and learn something new right now.
The more you know.
Them Florida crackers. That's
The more
actually
you know.
that's like a heritage thing. And I'm not talking about like rebel flag heritage.
No, this is like real life Florida stuff. You live here now, you should know.
Florida cracker.
Oh my God, I'm starting to get that
Florida
accent
crackers
too.
are the descendants of colonial era British American pioneer settlers. That is what is now the U.S. state of Florida and a subculture of white Southerners. The first crackers arrived in 1763 after Spain traded Florida to Great Britain, following Britain's victory over France in the 7-Year War. Though much of traditional Florida cracker folk culture dates to the 19th century. The word crack meaning entertaining conversation. You know how like an Irish people like have a good crack, like the same way like Gordo from those conspiracy guys is always like, hey, you know, like let's have a good crack, or me and my friends are out having a crack. Like Florida crackers, like they were the good time guys.
Oh yeah, they were.
I'm bringing it back now. Now I want a Florida cracker shirt, but I'm going to spell it like, because it's like CRAIC.
Oh my God. We'll just use the old Cracker Barrel logo since they're not using it anymore.
Oh yeah, we
Florida
totally
cracker.
should. Florida cracker.
And just take the word barrel off. Done.
Well,
done. I love this for us.
You know,
this is a new sticker. You'll be able to get
since you
these
brought up that
T-shirts
whole
at the next
spelling
Bohemian Grove, which we don't know when it is, but you know those guys will be working on it in the next month. Thomas is putting it on his list. Florida cracker.
Yeah, I think that works.
We'll rock those. I need a hat. Trucker hat. Florida cracker. Cracker Barrel.
Now, speaking of spelling, since you brought up the spelling of things, I posted a video of this guy asking a really good question. It's like, why, when you search a word, right, and they give you the pronunciation of the word, how you would actually spell the word, like, let's say, I don't know, like amber, you know, it'll show you how to pronounce it with like the spelling that you would actually spell it with instead of the spelling that they give us. So if you pull up a word and they give you the like how to pronounce it, shouldn't we be writing words that way instead of how they tell us to write the words? Isn't that where the spell kind of gets broken or lost?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Like when you type in how
I'm gonna pull up one for you so you
okay.
can.
Yeah.
DDDs.
So I'll pick a word.
I'm gonna pick on this. The word I'm gonna pick it just for sake of even so you can explain it. But let me make sure that it comes up. It's not gonna fucking come up that way, Layla. Of course. Where? Hold on.
No
Let me
way.
find. I'm trying to find one that actually has the pronunciation key that you're talking about.
Like tulip. Why TULIP when you could be saying TOOLIP, like tulip? You know? Why it's like he asked a really good question, and they give you the word and then how to describe the word, but they spell how to say the word.
It's like words
but not
are
the
spelled,
actual spelling of,
but they're giving you the
Yeah,
pronunciation key like this. This is how we write it, but this is how we say it.
Oh, the phonetic.
Yeah.
The phonetic spelling,
So-
yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why do they have us doing this when we could literally just say it, spell it how it sounds, instead of doing the weird extras that kind of confuse people with though, they, the though, the through, the different types of similar spellings that just sound different, like cough and though, but you have the GH in both.
Well, even phonetics, even that word, but I think it's like PH. It's, you know who rules over you by the letter you have to use for a certain pronunciation.
Yeah, it like based on, and this is Tower of Babel essentially. Tower of Babel is where everyone spelled the phonetic, everything that sounded and looked the same. It was all cohesive, and then Tower of Babel fell, and then they basically, like, to simplify, everyone just forgot how to pronounce words, right? So now when you're reading something, you don't have to know what that word sounds like in order to read it and understand what that word means. Like if you never heard someone pronounce a word before. A lot of people like read a book and they'll get in their head how to pronounce something, and then you say it out loud for the first time, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's not how you say that word." But it's just because you've seen it enough times to know what it means, but have never actually known how to pronounce it. And that happens enough through so many different cultures that now you come back together. You could be saying the same thing, but it sounds so freaking different just because everyone's like started from scratch again, apparently.
I don't know. I think that's a fuckery, because vowels weren't supposed to exist in the sense, like they didn't have vowels at a time, and it was just all consonants. And
that sounds like a lot
they didn't need the vowels to say the thing.
I before E, except after C, but I keep marrying men named Keith. I don't know why this is so funny. But
like the weird rules, like who says I before C and this and that? Like, who the fuck are you to say? Like, not Laura, obviously,
or
like
even like in spells, how if you make a sigil, they're like, okay, when you're making the sigil, write out your whole thing, and then make sure you take all the vowels out of it, and if there's any duplicate consonants, they cancel each other out. So it's like. And then Thomas even said A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. Why? And then why back into everything you're saying. Why that when I say that word, is that W-H-Y?
Yeah.
Why isn't it just Y?
And I wouldn't spell Y that way. If I were to spell Y, I'll spell it with the U-A-Y.
Wah. I would put a W.
No, that's
Y. I think it's spelled appropriately.
Why?
But it's just funny that if you were to spell the letter Y, you would spell it like, think if you took each letter in the alphabet and then were to spell it, how it sounded.
That's where it gets even more complicated, because
how they would spell Y.
If you phonetically spell the letter C, it doesn't even have the letter in the spelling. Which is I always thought that was kind of crazy. Like almost every other letter, if you were to phonetically spell it, the letter is in the word.
Why?
Why they spell W-A-H-Y. Why?
Why?
Why? Yeah, why. W-A-H-Y-E. It just makes more sense to me to spell like this. Maybe I should just start writing that way, and maybe my manifestations will come to life, just spelling it how it sounds.
Well, isn't that
Albanian is like that.
Our slang, like part of the thing, like computer can't read our slang, and if we change the words all the time, they can't gather the right data if hot doesn't mean hot. You know, like for us, every thing that we say is slang. The computer. That's why I think they did phonics, and they tried to make some kind of. Let's take all the black people in Southern California and each teach them Ebonics. It's like they wanted something in book that they could teach them how to say their slang. Which, if you think how crazy that is, it's really just like they wanted a code that they could feed the computer.
Yeah. And like, why did they change art? Like, how art thou to R when we are art? Like, how art thou? Like, why would they change that into R and not art? I asked you guys this question, a link, Chaney. And it's like,
since we're on this topic anyway.
Anybody in the chat?
But that seems like it could be Shakespearean, like a Shakespearean talk.
But that's how everyone spoke.
No, I think that it's Old like English? King James in Shakespearean. I think was all a like rewrite of the history. Like where.
But that's what it seems like now. They rewrote it again.
This is one of the coolest things that I ever, and I figured this one out when I was like before I saw that this was a thing already. I was like working on mapping this out in like a notebook somewhere, and then I saw someone had already done it like hundreds of years ago. This is called the phonetic map, and basically it shows you exactly like the exact location within your mouth that each of these different consonants or vowels comes from, and that this, like, if you were to design a new letter, for example, you would basically try and design it around a spot where there's not already a little dot here. So like, see how P, B, M, and W, those all happen in your lips. That's the only thing that makes those letters work. Just the same way as if you look at the very end of that is H, the sound for H comes from the bottom of your throat. So like this, and as you go back and forth, so this is like an objective way of writing things, right? Like now you can actually map. So if you didn't know what the letters were, you could still draw a map and show someone, okay, the next word you need to say, it's going to have to go through the lip sound and then through the top of the mouth sound and then back through like the front under the nasal cavity. And you could just instruct someone how to direct the air through their mouth as they talk in order to like reproduce every single sound that we know.
That's so interesting, because think of how many languages around the world can't say words from other languages no matter what. Like, I have certain Latin people try to say my name with the CH, and they're like, Chaney, Chaney, Chaney. Yeah. And no matter how many times they try to say it, it's because their whole entire process of where these hit in there, where it should hit, like we all get trained in different places, is hitting a different place than mine.
Well, like, you know, like the chutzpah or whatever. Like, there's all these like Yiddish terms that use that like back part that doesn't have any circle next to it, right? It's like somewhere after the KGN. It's somewhere like in the back of the throat, and since we don't leverage that particular part in like the English language, that it's not represented on this phonetic chart.
And it's interesting to me.
Yeah, it's not. Chaney's not represented on this chart either. The ch.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Where?
Breathe, thought.
The ch.
Maybe there needs to be a bigger.
The R. It looks like RF3, but I think that that little F symbol
should.
That's a SH and CH sound, so that's where part of that's coming from. And you can see it's like right behind the nasal, and as you say it, you can actually feel the air move through the exact. Well, I mean, not exact, because this isn't like an anatomical chart, but it's happening like right under your nasal cavity.
Yeah, like the sinuses.
Should Chaney.
And I think it's interesting because they even say like a lot of babies will, like, moms will try everything in their power to be like, say mama, say mama, say mama, say mama. And they'll usually dada first. And you look at the center section, this green, and you almost wonder, it takes a while for their lips to come together for that next like mama. But once they have those two, like everything in between probably forms. It's interesting.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, the t, the d, the.
There's way better versions of this chart too that show.
It's all those.
There's some that'll
sounds.
show the actual trajectory of the air as it like bounces around these places. But this one is pretty good because it gives you like a map of all of it instead of just the trajectories.
Yo, we're
this is so funny. My husband talks through his nose like a wine. Keith whines. Oh, Keith, you just need some time to hang out with the good guys. Go to bed. Keith's all like, oh, are you going to go hang out with your good guys online? Sorry. Big ups, Keith. Oh, shit. We're just rounding the hour and 20-minute mark. So do make sure you, if you're on YouTube, hit that little heart, or like, subscribe, reshare, and we appreciate it for Al Gore's dance moves. Al Gore rhythm.
Hell fucking yeah. Amen.
I love that every time we hang out, I at least laugh one time until I cry. Sorry, was that Key Sixpence? Oh, shit. Like, oh, good. Oh, good. Laura said he's in bed.
Turn the phone all the way up, or the speakers all the way up, so he can listen in.
He'll be like tomorrow morning.
It's like white
How do your
noise.
online friends know how I talk? Oh shit! Sorry.
Keith's on notice.
Yeah. That's so funny. Oof. Layla's name is pronounced funny too.
What else?
Like not funny, but
Layla.
like compared to that chart.
Layla.
Donut.
That's how we say it in Albanian. Layla. Not Layla, but Layla. Sounds different, right?
Yeah, we don't really have accents over vowels here either. So a lot of those like nuances, they just get eaten up by the system. Like my last name doesn't sound anything like it's supposed to, but it's anglicized, just like pretty much everyone's name eventually. That's kind of a sign of full assimilation though into a new culture, is when your name starts to be phonetically spelled differently just for the convenience of like the other people that you're around.
Sidebar, Abbie's resting screen needs to be cuter. Like this screen right here.
Mine too.
That
actually.
is so boring.
I don't think you don't have an option for a resting screen, do you?
I think. Let me
Yeah,
see.
you
Look
can.
at mine.
Yeah. You could upload a picture.
How do you do that?
It looks cool.
Oh, look, it says
Yeah, I think you have to update your
Or it's just in
browser.
your little settings. We usually
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have it. Usually I have it turned off. So you if they're not,
Mm-hmm.
I usually do that. Pink. So
Present.
when the video isn't on, they're not in the room. But I'm leaving it like that. So everybody knows Abbie's still here. She's just probably eating nuts. She's eating some protein. Do you I think a lot of people's last name. Oh, there, that's better.
Look at that. So much better.
Yeah, that is so much better. That's how it should be. We're just fixing things up around here, just straightening things up. So what else is going on in the world this week?
I rely on you guys to give me my news updates.
I think the Ghislaine interview
I
came
discovered. Oh yeah.
out. I don't know.
Apparently, Donald
Donald's
Trump
interested.
was a good boy, right?
Regardless, I don't know how much we believe what Ghislaine's telling us. I'm like, I don't know. Like, we trust her, we don't trust her.
I don't know how much I should trust this Ghislaine Maxwell character.
Yeah, like what? I don't
Something
know.
about me wants to just really trust her, but
And then they're like, okay, we're going to give you immunity. So anything you tell us under this thing, we can't put any extra crimes on you. Okay, but I could just say nothing. And then what? So she obviously gives up something because she gets moved to a prison to Texas. So are you going to give up something about the sitting president? I don't know.
minimum
Seems like-
security, which is the important part.
And she's there with crazy people. What other thing was in the... Oh, the Hot Pockets heiress. I don't know why I keep thinking this. I think she's at the same prison as the Hot Pockets heiress.
Why is Hot Pockets
I don't
on the
know. That's why I
timeline all
had
of
to
a
say it
sudden?
again.
This is like the 5th time I heard it. Yeah, not just today, but like this
Hot
week.
Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Do your best one.
Did you know that
If you had to go into studio,
Hot Pockets?
Thomas, you're auditioning right now for the gig. Do your best.
Hot Pockets.
It's okay. It's okay. Layla, do you want to try one more time?
Hot Pockets.
That's pretty good.
I got one more in me.
Okay.
Hot fucking pockets. Hot fucking pockets.
Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets. Did you know that Tyra Banks wrote a book called Model Land in 2011? and it's a children's fantasy book, apparently. But in this book, she talks about a lot of shit, pretty much. It talks about like dismembering bodies and the elixir that will help you live longer and look younger, and all these women, rituals, chasing. I have the video I posted on my page. I don't remember most of the details because it was like a week or two ago, but I shared it on my ex. If you guys want to check it out, it's just very fascinating. I had no idea she wrote this book, but it's giving very esoteric. What kind of information are you trying to tell us?
Is it fiction or is it like a biography?
It is fiction. It is fiction, but it talks about adrenochrome in it. That's all I got to say.
The word?
Which is very fascinating. Yes, I tagged you in it.
Oh,
not the word, but like the substance.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think I tagged you in the clip.
What year is that book
on
from?
X? 2011. You guys want me to play the clip? Or I think she could find it. It's on my page.
Oh, I can totally. I was all on Hot
Tyra Banks wrote
Pockets.
a book. Yeah.
I was like, is she at? What did she get arrested
It's
for?
on my X.
Okay.
I could send it to you
I'm gonna go
directly so you can find it easier.
God Pill Angel is my very first
I'm just
one.
gonna do that.
God Pill Angel. What one is it?
It's a few. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you directly just so you don't have to scroll all the way down because it's a little far down.
You can drop anything in this private.
Uno
little
momento. Here we
chat.
go.
Hot Pockets.
Share, send to.
I wonder how many of you guys tried your own version.
Here, I'm just gonna tag you.
I wonder if Laura was
At
sitting in
Chaney.
her living room alone in the
There you go.
silence and just Hot Pockets.
I've got a short summary for Model Land.
Hot Pockets.
Okay.
So Model Land is a young adult fantasy novel where an awkward teen, Tookie de la Creme, is unexpectedly chosen to attend Model Land, a mysterious elite school that turns girls into magical supermodels called the Intoxibellas, which is kind of crazy, right? Because Intoxi and then Bella, like Belladonna. So like the Intoxibellas. At the school, Tookie faces bizarre challenges, beauty rituals, and rivalries, and uncovers dark secrets behind a glamorous facade, learns that real power comes from embracing her uniqueness. So it sounds like a Harry Potter for girls that want to be models.
That clip is like a snippet of the book that she reads, and it talks about like those.
I don't know where you
rituals,
sent it. You said you tagged me?
I tagged it. Yeah, it should be on your notifications, no?
I have
Chaney.
a bazillion notifications. What about if you just drop the link in here or no?
Let me see.
'Cause I'm on your page.
Oh, here. Copy link and send to Chaney. There we go. I sent it in your DMs in X.
Yeah, Tookie de la Creme.
It's very interesting. It's worth a listen. Just sent now. Sorry.
I think the Toxabella thing's actually pretty interesting.
Just wait till you hear this clip. I was like, oh, okay. Like talking about chasing a certain star or moon, or I'm not sure what they were saying, and going up on this mountain. At
You know
this
what's
place
crazy
called
is
Metopia.
when I search Toxabellas on Google, the top video result is a Botox video.
And it reminds me of Mean Girls. Okay, did you send it on this one?
Oh my God. So it's
Layla, I cannot find this.
This is actually kind of interesting because the Toxabella word for toxic and Bella, but it also could represent Botox, with like the tox comes from Botox and the Bella comes from the glabella, which is one of the places where they inject Botox. So the Toxabella might actually be a Botox reference and a toxic belladonna reference.
Mentioned you in their stories.
Here, I'm going to tell you again.
I got a thing. It's like Layla mentioned you in your stories, but it's not showing me anything. I'm going to look at this. Is what we're going to have to do, Layla.
It's in your DMs.
Well, I don't know if this connects weird to my computer from here, but.
I sent it again. You probably got a notification just now.
You can't drop the link in here.
I'm so sorry.
This is so crazy.
I have to send it to myself on here.
I don't see it either. I don't know if you're shadow banned or what, but I don't see it either.
That is very weird. Here, I'm going to just drop it here. Paste. La 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 la.
Yeah.
Here.
Or in our chat on TG.
On Telegram?
Yeah.
I could do that.
Sorry, everyone. Production difficulties. I hope Abbie's okay.
Yeah, it's worth listening to this.
I'm okay. Add some mom stuff.
It better be worth it. You know, sometimes Layla sends us on these wild goose chases to watch some crazy person. It better be worth it, Layla.
Honestly,
I don't even remember what it's about.
It's worth
anymore.
it.
That's how
I'm
short
telling
my
you.
attention span is.
I sent it in the Project Chaney chat.
Okay, so everybody in Project Chaney chat. Okay.
Well, in this case, the crazy person is Tyra Banks, right?
Boom.
Well, she looks different now.
Pause. Boom.
And she was in the modeling industry, and she probably knew a lot.
All right. Let's pull up this screen.
Yay.
Hot Pockets, Model Land, the phonetic map, Cracker. Where is this?
If she mentions Hot Pockets in Model Land, I can't handle it.
That can't be the one. That can't be the link.
My daughter saw the thumbnail on my Instagram story and she goes, "Is that your face on Britney Spears?" I was like, "No, it's Britney."
Okay, it's this one. Whew.
There you go.
Let's make this bigger. And boom. And boom.
It's worth it.
Where is it?
If it'll only play, I guess it just wants to be an S and not play. There it goes.
Can you guys see it?
I can't hear it. I can see it, but I can't hear it.
There's volume in
Is
this.
this the fascia girl?
Hold on.
No, this is a
Copy.
Tyra Banks Model Land girl talking about adrenochrome.
All right,
Ooh.
let me do it this way.
Interesting.
And rituals like glamour magic and like beauty magic and all that. Wow, it does not want us to play this fucking video for
I
some
know. Jeez, we've never had this many problems before.
reason.
Agent Smith is about to show up right behind you.
Oh,
Good.
this is so amazing. Look at
Cut his
this.
dick off.
I love this. All right. She tagged you in it too.
I have ever encountered.
Can you hear it?
It's called Model Land, and first of all, look at this art she commissioned. I'm going to read you the myth that sets the tone for the story, all right? You want to be there. You know you do. Don't lie, darling. It's okay. I know what you're thinking when you look up at that splendorous place atop the mountain. I know what fills you, spurs you on, fuels your dreams. You're obsessed with being chosen. Everyone is. The land you thirst for has loomed at the top of the mountain in Metopia for as long as you can remember. But for most of the year, it's covered in fog. Its color changing with each passing day as if it's a gargantuan mood ring. You begin your morning staring at the fog, longing for the fateful evening when it will all turn a golden yellow, and then, finally, like a push-up brazier, lift. That's very Tyra. I think she actually wrote this herself. Oh, how you long for that moment with bated, fresh breath, I hope. For it signifies that the luminescent eye will soon blaze in the sky, bathing the whole world in gold, touching every one of its inhabitants, including you. But darling, it is no ordinary golden light. Once it tickles you, you are suddenly transported. You hear the softest of sighs or faintest of giggles in your ear, even if you're standing alone. The once stale air around you becomes both sweet and tart, making your nose tingle and send a charge of excitement through your brain. The finest silk, the softest velveteen, or the supplest suede will brush your skin, but whatever you thought was touching you is nowhere to be seen. Basking in the light is such a naughty tease, like getting a single lick of the most delicious butter pecan gelato you've ever tasted. It inflames your obsession, increasing your desire 100-fold. You lust to go to this land to become one of the only famous people in the world. You ache to be a 7-7. But very few ever get the chance. Nevertheless, you and every young girl in the world vie for an opportunity on the day of discovery, which is grander than every global holiday combined. Making the delirium even more intense, the land sends 7 talismans called smizes into the world. What an arcane word! Who thought of such a thing? These smizes, which boost your odds of being chosen by 91%, are propelled through the world's waterways. Naturally, the week before the day of discovery, bathing, showering, pool use, and even sewer diving increase, threatening a drought. Chance meetings erupt into fisticuffs on occasion. Every girl wants to find a smize, darling, but not nearly as much as you do. You ignore the slim odds and disregard the warnings you've heard since birth, like how it's easier to grow 3 inches in a month than it is to score a spot in the newest class. You turn a deaf ear. Wait for this. This is the part where it gets real. Trigger warning, I guess. You turn a deaf ear to the cautionary talks whispered in your hometown.
What happened?
What happened?
This is the part.
This is supposed to be the big reveal, right?
Yeah.
What?
Where's Chaney?
Oh no! Did the connection drop right as she was like,
here's the big deal. Dude. This is like some magic that's happening right now. I hope you guys realize this. That's all I'm saying.
So weird.
That's all I'm saying. This is so fucking odd. Well, are we still online? We're still live?
Yeah, it says we're live.
We're still live. Yeah.
I think it's just Chaney.
I don't know what happened there.
So what did I miss?
Yeah. What were we talking about?
No. She's gone. Well, this Harry Potter Tyra Banks.
She'll be back.
That she's talking about in the video?
It was just a weird, and it's like about these girls who go to a cult.
She keeps talking about the yellow light. It does sound like some kind of a cult, but also I was just thinking like that yellow light is probably P. What is the name of that cult where everyone worships P?
I don't know the name of it, but yeah, it's
Shambuya or
it's
something.
alive and well.
What is it? That was it. What was it?
Shivambu.
Bamboo?
Shivambu.
Shivambu?
Yeah.
I don't know who this Shivambu lady is, but
They
she
talk
needs to
about
cut
going
it
on
out.
the top of the mountain, staring. They're on top of a mountain, staring at the fog, and the fog changes colors, and then they talk about looking at looks like an eye, but it changes colors like a mood ring. And this light just makes you feel a certain way, and you start like hallucinating or something, I guess. I don't know, but I feel like there's some deeper shit within this book, like some kind of truth that she put into like, oh, it's a fantasy. I don't know about that. And weird shit always happens in mountains and caves.
Reading that, when that girl was reading that, she missed one of the words that like was actually kind of clever, I think, because there's 2 things that are in this Tyra Banks book that have like these double meanings. I don't know if you were here for the Toxabella thing, Abbie, but apparently like so it's kind of like an all girls. I mean, they probably have gay guys there too. sort of like a Harry Potter school for runway models, I guess, like Harry Potter meets runway models. And when you get to the highest level, you get elevated to something called a Toxabella, which is like a cross between toxic and belladonna, maybe, but also Botox that gets injected into the glabella. So there's also a Toxabella. And then when she was talking about the place that they all want to get to, the girl in the video said Metopia, but it was Mytopia, which is interesting because like myopic utopia, but also utopia would be like, I'm talking about phonetically Y-O-U, like utopia, but hers is called Mytopia. So I mean, it's like a silly pun, but also it actually has double meanings. I don't know if she actually wrote that herself. If she did, she's way more clever than I think I've ever given her credit for.
Really?
I mean, she's a clever lady. I think she is. She plays this like persona, but like
Botox. I'm just thinking like third eye, making him blind. Third eye blind. Oh,
that too. Oh, and the 7-7 too. The 7-7. We were just talking about that. 7 chakras, 7 planes, 7 planets. 7.
Her internet's down.
7.
How are we going to end the live stream tonight?
7. Oh, damn.
I don't think any of us
can end it. Hook up to,
I know.
To
her phone?
You can, yeah, like link her, what's it called? To your phone internet? What's it called?
Oh, yeah, hotspot.
No, when you take the internet off your hotspot.
Yeah.
You can tell how much I use hotspot. I never use hotspot.
Belladonna album. Yeah.
Should I play the rest of it on my phone? Hold on.
Pecan gelato you've ever find. Even more than even sewer diving in to grow 3 inches in a month than it is to score a spot in the newest class. You turn a deaf ear. Wait for this. This is the part where it gets real. Trigger warning, I guess. You turn a deaf ear to the cautionary talks whispered in your hometown and throughout Metopia, in dingy alleys and side streets of Pitter-Patter, during shift changes in Shibara, and in assembly lines of Peppertown factories, like the rumor that the school often takes inhumane and irreversible disciplinary action, or that certain disposable civilian girls are brought to the land to be tortured and then killed, used as human sacrifices for ungodly experiments and animalistic rituals. This is a children's book. It's obvious why they torture them, the gossip mongers whisper. Those in the land bathe in civilian blood to maintain their breathtaking beauty. Goodness, great shoes, a literal bloodbath, darling. Shoes. That crimson elixir must leave a nasty ring around the tub. And then there's the reality of the madness that compels unselected hopefuls to embark dadless on an unauthorized pilgrimage to the land. It's a sickness that comes with a quickness and afflicts the most determined and desperate. And the trek through the dangerous, diabolical divide always ends in dismembering death. Ouch. As the day of discovery dawns, however, you and every young girl around the world tune out the horrifying and concentrate on the glitzy, gaudy, dream come true positive. You dredge up every ounce of self-confidence from deep within. This is my year, you say to yourself, and so does every other girl. They'll choose me for sure. Every girl feels the same way, except one. Tuki de la creme.
Suki de la creme.
Did she read the entire book in that TikTok video? That was the whole book, wasn't it?
Just that clip. Suki, vampire.
I actually, yeah, that
I know what
that
means.
legitimately sounds like a adrenochrome. That legitimately sounds like the archetype that it represents now, at least. So speaking of, I think it's kind of similar to one of these like little Hogwarts kind of schools where they're just harvesting kids. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Institute series or if you've read the Institute book by Stephen King. Either one.
Mm-mm.
So it's basically about this school. I think the book takes place I think in the 90s. But it's this school where if they find out that you've got some kind of psychic or telekinetic abilities, the government kidnaps you and they put all these like special kids in this school, and they force them to stay there, and they essentially train them to take out, like assassinate world leaders, or take people out that they have like a telepathic kid that can read the future, and they know that, oh, this guy's going to go and sign this deal and they're going to end up building a missile, whatever. So then they all get together in this big room and they focus on, they play like a movie, and one of them thinks about like the pilot of the plane like crashing into a mountain, and all the kids in this whole entire school, they all think about the exact same thing, about that pilot crashing into this exact mountain, and they actually make that happen. So they just basically are like kidnapping children all over the country that are like these indigo children and training them to be psychic assassins.
Well, have you heard of the
Holy
Bronikov
shit.
method, or like the Bronikov school?
Sounds familiar, but what is it?
He like I'm thinking it's a Russian thing, but some of their like early practices and stuff, like energy practices, are online, and they give it out for free, like the first couple chapters of like a book or whatever. But they take these little kids and then they train them blindfolded to like be able to see stuff through walls and stuff like that. So it's like they're working on their psychic abilities. But a lot of like what, like, cause I downloaded like the first chapter and it's all chi stuff. It's like making a chi ball and like practicing like expanding your biofield or whatever. But that's essentially what they're doing in Russia.
And this is the same story as Stranger Things, which is the same story as the Montauk Chronicles.
Yeah,
It's always
same story as
it's always
Michael
a kid.
Vey.
It's always some kid that
Electric
has some
Kids.
innate ability.
Yeah.
And then they just figure out a way to amplify, either by
Okay.
putting them around
Amplify
other
or split
kids,
it.
or in like the Camp Hero Montauk story, they put them in the chair and they like crank electricity through the chair so that it amplifies it. But it's always kind of the same premise.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking too. Because I was the Michael Vey books, they're so good, and they're electric children. But yeah, they pretty much kidnap these kids and raise them, and
That's
they're
wild.
special.
Well, talking about the energy biofield, apparently Sabrina Wallace talks about how dancing and movement and like doing the Qigong or whatever, I don't know what that stuff is called, like martial arts, but like that whole breathing and moving technique.
Tai Chi?
It's actually really good for your biofield and aura. Yeah, Tai Chi
and
all
Qigong.
those like movement for your body and your fascia. Your fascia is also like a antenna to your biofield. So in and out.
You're
in and
becoming a
out.
real fascist.
Well, it's the OA too, and then also like Castaneda, because he's like Castaneda has like tells you how you're supposed to like punch. Like when you punch, you're supposed to have like your fist, like all your fingers completely even, not staggered or anything like that. But or when you stick your hand out, you should always have your hand like completely taut. Like he talks about like tightening your fascia, especially.
Yay!
Hold on, my ears are in for
She's
some
back.
reason.
Probably no-
BRB. Hold on.
You're good.
Okay. That was weird. Like my whole entire internet in my whole house is out.
Yay!
So I'm gonna try it this way.
That's so crazy.
And you know, it
right
happened right before
juicy
the big
part, too.
reveal is when the internet cut out, like the exact moment. And I mean, spoiler alert, Layla was right this time. They were talking about adrenochrome.
And so what? Yeah, I didn't get to see any of it.
I played the rest of it.
Oh, I'm glad.
She played it, but essentially they were talking that it was a human sacrifice, and that they were using the blood of these girls that I guess were getting to the top of this mountain, and they were bathing in their blood in order to stay young forever, which is essentially the adrenochrome archetype.
They even mentioned red shoes.
It's like, you know how the Eskimos have like 100 words for snow or whatever it is?
Yeah.
It's that for adrenochrome. Some people call it blood libel. Some people call it vampirism. Some people call it adrenochrome. If you don't believe in monsters or religion, adrenochrome could be a foot in the door. As soon as it drops the QAnon baggage, which it currently has, but I think in the near future, adrenochrome could be the secular, non-religious version of believing in the same thing that they've been calling blood libel for 1,000 years.
And now you have another thing to add
They
to your
also
book.
mentioned in that the shoes.
Red shoes.
Yeah.
The who?
Model. This whole Modelzilla, whatever it's
Model
called.
Land.
What is it called? Model Land. There you go, Modelzilla.
Oh my gosh, it's not even Mercury
I'm
retrograde.
telling you, there's something to it. Like the whole stem cell therapy and, mothers having birth and giving up their placentas away for free while they're making millions
They're
of
turning
dollars
into
off
cows.
of your stem cells. Ha ha ha. Oh, you don't even know. I think these like real human robot like configurations or replicas of humans are real. I still remember the video of them using tissue and electric robotics to like connect these pieces together, and it had like fucking chicken wing arms and like chicken wing legs and these weird body parts, and it was moving around and it became alive. You guys not see that video?
Yeah, we talked about it last week
of
or
the
the week
scientists
before,
putting together
right?
this like.
The guy jerking off into the egg.
Oh, you did?
Didn't we
What?
talk about?
Oh no! This is like actual.
Yeah, the guy on YouTube who makes the
homunculus talk.
homunculus. Like, I feel like somewhere in the past few weeks we've talked about this.
I'm gonna send you the video.
Yeah.
Was I here?
Thomas, haven't we?
I've seen it so many times I can't remember all the different sources. I mean, I've watched. There's the
Audience?
Russian guy. There's another guy that's in the States. There's like a German guy that does it. The Russian one is the one that got the most play, where he basically like takes a little egg and then he's like, oh, I've been keeping this egg for however many months, and then he like pulls a little creature looking thing out of it, which I think is just a shredded sponge with food coloring and cornstarch in it, but it looks like this little like failed abortion of like a fetus kind of, and I think there's like a way that he like makes it pump, like he can pump it and make it look alive and stuff. It's not bad, but I think it's just 100% showmanship.
Don't you think, like, for the maybe scary movie that we might make, a homunculus gone awry, like the old school Frankenstein, isn't a bad plot?
Or like 100 of them.
Yeah, I always think like where people do the blank versus blank, like would you rather battle like one horse size
or 1,000
dog
homunculi?
or 1,000 little homunculus, something like that.
Well, yeah, one bear or 1,000 homunculi.
Oh, that's hard.
I feel like
bear might be quicker.
I got it.
The bear.
Okay.
I feel like the little homunculus would be like cruel.
Have you guys seen
they do
the
magic.
thing online where ladies pretend with their spouses that they're like, oh yeah, you need like an athletic guy. Oh yeah, he's like 6'1", he's like 250 pounds, and the guy's like standing there, and 50 grand, you'll take him? Like on the reality show, and they're like pretending this whole thing, and then they get off and they're like, oh my gosh, you get to go on this reality show and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, tell me what it is. And they're like, it's 100 men versus one gorilla. And they're like, babe, I don't want to go on that show.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, like,
So I found an article. Scientists have built the first module body, a living being that isn't alive. And I think it was in 2023, and you see him put all these parts, they start moving once it's fully attached. I don't know, can anyone like pull this? Can I pull my screen up and show you guys? Or no? Is it possible for me to do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're on a
let's
computer
see.
now, huh? I forgot.
We're in the future.
Yes, I am. Hold on. Okay, while you guys talk, I'll do
You
this.
guys, I tried to come back in too, but I came back in on the link and I couldn't allow myself into the room. So I had to figure out how to come into the room by another link. So I'm like, sure, Layla can share her screen. I have to see if I can allow it once she presses the button. So crazy. It's a 23. It's because 23 is DEAD.
Okay, I got it. Let me pull it up. Let's see.
And I feel so close to the camera.
Yes. Share.
Like I can't back any further away from my phone.
You guys see it?
We can get solidarity here.
Let's see, Layla. No, I don't.
Is it loading? Do you guys see the screen or no?
No, you have to. Are you pressing allow share screen or whatever?
I think she's frozen.
I do too. Maybe none of us should try to share our screen
Hey,
anymore.
whoever tries to share this just gets kicked off immediately.
Yeah. Oh wait, it just did now, Layla. That took forever, Layla, and it froze your screen. Like, I don't know if you have the bandwidth to try this.
Oh shit. Oh, hold on.
Layla needs a
Yeah, I'm gonna get the link and I'm gonna chat and then
Ethernet
you
cable.
guys cut here. I'm gonna
get the link
send
and
it in
send
the
it to
chat and then
Thomas.
maybe Thomas can play it. Yeah, here you go.
Oh, so then I'm gonna freeze and
go.
get kicked out.
And here's another thing I was thinking, Layla, this is a good exercise for you. Any of your videos, if you put them on X and then whatever the sentence is, you have keywords so you can know how I can just search it on X on your account, then it'll all be fast, easy shit for us to find instead of the Instagram, because the Instagram's fuckery. And we have to see all the comments on the side of whatever. You could be talking to your mom about a special recipe. No one needs to know your mom's name. So if you're posting it on, boom.
Sushi.
But the sound is
sweet potatoes.
It's human flesh, apparently. It's lab grown flesh.
Can you hear this?
No.
You said you can't hear it?
We are quite the crew today.
It's
about
you
need to hear it. You gotta just watch how
Layla just keeps sending
happens.
us all this tainted fucking weird shit. She's like, ha ha ha, now I have a back door to all your computers and Chaney's internet.
That's the heart, and it's pulsing. Okay. Watch.
Kind of looks like bacon.
You put all the pieces together and it starts moving like... It's wild. Clones are real.
Oh, yeah, they're totally making hosts.
If they can do this, they can build a body. For sure. Chicken legs.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might be sci-fi.
I
don't know, man. You can find the articles. I got it off the articles. Look. It's on
This part in particular,
Popular
it just has
Mechanics.
like a Cronenberg feel to it. This is like Videodrome a little bit.
SciTech. That's SciTech. Nova
And how they don't
PBS.
show you any other angles of that one angle of it moving like that. They don't like move the camera up and show you, and it's just like the hands in the background.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they could do this shit. I don't know why.
It looks very also like Alien, like that weird animorph thing.
I don't know.
There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know. I've seen this a while ago. You guys mentioned it. I remember, and I'm showing you. Don't know if it's real. Scientists, apparently, are the ones who discovered this.
Let's see. How do I turn that off, Thomas? You may. Okay. I'm like, you might just have to stop sharing it. Huh? Well, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy. No, my
It is
my search
sci-fi.
result had fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Now my YouTube, since we were talking about it earlier, I had like my recommended video was on fentanyl.
That thing's so weird, though. Can you imagine if you just
What
walked
else?
outside and
What
that was
else?
on your
What else?
doorstep?
No. Oh my gosh. I'd be
Squash.
kicking that bitch. I'd be like, what the hell did my cat bring me?
I'll stomp on it.
Okay, I got more context. I got more context. Just because that first video was from like Sally 789. So here's the exact same video, but this one's called Oscar the Modular Body, and this was actually linked from Popular Mechanics. So this is Rockefeller endorsed at least, and it has a link to this themodularbody.com website, which has a screenshot of a YouTube video.
And that was Westworld looking AF, where how it just 3D printed that.
Alrighty then. It's probably not fake.
Weird. It's really weird just because
test on.
it seems that all the links go to sensational video clips of it and not like, but I mean it is literally on Popular Mechanics.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe they're trying to hide something.
Okay,
and
hold
not
on,
give
hold
full
on, hold on,
disclosure.
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. I hate being like Snopes in here.
No, I like it. Oh, do it one more time.
Right here.
No,
So,
I like it.
This is
I
the
wanna know
Popular
the truth.
Mechanics, and it says in a
Fictional.
experiment, Blasman created Oscar, a living organic being, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it was
Wait. How can a fictional experiment be fictional if you're doing an experiment? Or they're just making it look like an
the
experiment.
experiment shows
and
off
it's not really
future
an experiment.
possibilities of switching out organs, a biological Lego system. While this is sadly a sci-fi experiment, so it was it was put together as like here's an idea of something that could work, but it's not actually real chicken legs. They were like prefabricated little robot arms made to look like little chicken legs, and that whole thing was designed to do exactly what you saw it doing.
That would be the little section
okay.
in our movie we're gonna make is Layla always like believes everything on the internet, but the one time everyone's like, "Oh, sure, Layla, it's not real." That's the monster.
And then we're all
that
getting
they're
attacked
actually
with chicken legs. Yeah.
like little chicken leg homunculus coming after us. Like, there's 100 of them. And you're just like stepping, and all these little angry arms are just trying to get you.
There is Japanese scientists create living robot skin with human what?
Embryo?
What is it called?
Sperm?
Hold on.
Eyeballs? Lips?
With human cells.
Human
cells. Japanese scientists
That one's
create
legit.
living
I
robot.
can get a video of that one. I've seen this before.
Yeah. Science News, CNN, Xenobots. Xenobots?
I feel
like xenophobia? Is that like
well,
am I looking
that's
at?
definitely not Japanese skin, right?
Yeah. It's what are they? Uyghurs?
That's
It's Uyghur
definitely
skin.
not. Those eyes are a little big for Japanese skin.
so okay, they can do that. They're showing us that they can do this. They just found this out. I'm telling you, there's something. I don't know. I plead the fifth.
You
I don't
don't
know
know?
anything.
It's going to be wild when you find out
Don't.
like
Not anymore.
only 1/20th of these people's actually real.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
we've
what
had that
about that part
conversation
of it? Like,
many, many times.
what about if Bluebeam is just like whatever happens, but all the like, what if there really is so many NPCs and they just the power goes out and the robot just is boom. And
That'd be
you're
so
like,
badass. To be like, oh, holy shit, I'm really in a fucking sci-fi movie. What the fuck?
it'd be so different because we always think of like, what if things were running after us? What if 19th, 20th of us is gone? Like just power off, and then it's just like NPCs. That would be crazy.
That's the actual rapture, is that all
Yeah.
the AI goes back up into the cloud and then just like the meat suit people are stuck. We don't get
Yeah.
raptured.
Yeah, but they don't even go
Well,
up. I
isn't
even think if their meat suit was here, it would be like where they're just dead.
did we talk about the rapture not being like really part of scripture, but this guy in 18 whatever, I forgot what year, he's the one who came up with the whole idea of the rapture, and it's not from the Bible, and the Bible doesn't mention rapture.
There's not the word rapture in there at all, but in 2 Thessalonians it says that he will take them up into the clouds. So that's what they base the whole premise of the rapture on, is this verse in 2 Thessalonians.
In that freaking Left Behind series, they really changed the course for the rapture.
They did. Well, they did
What's
and
his
they
name?
didn't, because there was a lot of people, like I went to this whole conference when I was a teenager. This guy, Dawson McAllister, he did this whole conference for teenagers called like Pack Your Bags, Jesus is Coming. And this is the first I'd ever gotten into biblical prophecy, and holy shit, it scared the shit out of me, really.
Do we get to bring stuff to heaven with us?
Yeah, I guess so.
John
He was
Darby,
just
there
trying to
you
get
go.
catchy with the title.
Vape pen. First thing that goes in my pocket.
Period.
That's a good pick.
So the modern idea of the rapture was popularized by John Nelson Darby in 1830 as a key part of this concept that believers would be caught up to heaven before a period of tribulation may have been inspired by earlier prophetic vision of a young Scottish woman named Margaret MacDonald.
I bet she had red hair.
Had fun. Mm-hmm. Let's see who she is, Margaret MacDonald.
Bad Bob Freddy. That's what I think of with the rapture every time.
Maybe. Whoa. Margaret MacDonald could refer to Margaret MacDonald Macintosh.
Keep
Like
reading it. I'm going to
Macintosh
keep doing the
computers?
rapture underneath.
You guys
I
amuse me.
don't know. That's just weird. Margaret MacDonald Macintosh, MMM. 1864,
And then the
1933.
Macintosh, and then it reminds me of like the apple, and it reminds me of
Yeah.
the Garden of Eden and
The Margie.
Marmac Mac for short.
Miss Mary Mac. That was for you, Summer.
That's probably why I'm doing that right now. Summer writes in the
Well,
chat,
Nimrod.
I'm sorry Chaney is singing Rapture. That is Nimrod. It is kind of like everything is like a fear. Like it couldn't just be like, even the word rapture sounds kind of harsh, honestly. It doesn't seem like a good thing's about to happen to you. It seems like, Layla, if I have to come in there, you're gonna get raptured. Maybe it was.
A few of my customers are waiting for it. They're like, yeah, well, I'm ready when the rapture comes. You know, I'm just waiting. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, do you really believe that that's going to happen? Like, I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
That could be a good
I can't.
sign, like a little
That I can't.
a rapture waiting zone sign to just like plug up places for just like the people that are just like silently waiting for the rapture to happen, like a little bench.
No, I wasn't a
It's
kid that just
giving
said
childhood
mom,
end.
mom to annoy my mom. I was like a kid that sat by myself in my room and played Legos like a good little kid. I've never even cussed at my mom to this day.
Wow.
Like I'm like a little
Really?
I like was a good little nerd.
Next time you
I was
see
just
her,
with
you
my
should
book.
just break it. Just break the cherry.
My
If I
mom
did,
called me a bitch at one point, and it hurt my feelings so bad. Like I was so offended by that, and but then it was like game on. Like you can call me a bitch. Watch out.
called me a little bitch. My mom hit me once in the mouth and busted my lip open. Like she
I can't
backhanded
believe you never
me.
cussed at her.
I
I
deserved it.
actually I got my I got my mom to call me a son of a bitch once when she was really angry, and I just went, "Yeah, I am," and it was like you can't come back from that.
That's funny.
Well, I called my mom a bitch once when I was beaten for like 3 hours straight and my mom was watching. And I just looked at her after I ran and I was like, "You fucking bitch, you just sat there and watched me get beat for I was beat for hours."
It's a
for
rite of
cutting
passage,
school.
I think.
And that was the time I first cursed my mom. Yeah, I just couldn't understand how she could just sit there and watch me like almost die. It was just weird.
My mom's wild. But I don't know. My brother and sister, they had their my brother talks to my mom like it's his homie. Like I'm just like I cannot believe the shit you say to mom. I would
Mhm.
never. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, like my sister, she gets away with all this shit. Me, mom will look at me like, "Who the fuck you think you talking to?" I'm like, "Am I chopped liver over here?"
What am I chopped
Like, what
liver
the
over here?
chopped liver?
I was hoping that my internet would pop back on. It still hasn't. Oh, in Florida, that could all of a sudden be a long
That's
couple of days.
wild. What was that magic?
We've had a lightning storms here the past
Are
few
you having
days.
storms by you
Yeah,
right
there's
now?
been a lot of crazy weather around these parts lately. But I'm not having any crazy weather right this second, but it doesn't mean that crazy weather is not happening somewhere else that I'm like, it didn't knock out the power, but the internet is out.
Mm.
But I'm like, dang, I want to watch UFC fights in 40 minutes.
Oh, well, hopefully they'll have it restored.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe if we're
Manifest that shit, audience.
yeah, send my power back. Unless there's like full UFO stuff, I'm like, bring it.
Yeah, that would be way more interesting. They're trying to push that right now. NASA is saying stuff about there's aliens in our solar system. I just saw it tonight.
Bring it, bitch.
Like no shit, they put them there.
I just
Bring
feel like
it.
what is really the fucking harm of aliens? What are they gonna fucking tax me? Are they gonna starve my kids? Are they gonna try to vaccinate me? Like, what are the things that I'm supposed to be so
Maybe
nervous about these
anal
fucking
probes.
aliens?
I can tell you one thing for sure, that as soon as aliens come, our taxes are going to go up without question.
They'll have to give us an alien tax.
Or the government's going to have like a, protect ourselves from the aliens, or a protect the alien, because once the aliens come here, they'll immediately be an endangered species.
I'm just letting y'all know. I'm joining the aliens.
You're joining their team.
Well, do you guys remember this
Depends on if they're
old movie?
reptilian
I
or
don't
not.
know. It was a weird movie. I was a kid and I still remember it. And it's like, it haunts me to this day. But all I remember is these like aliens abducting humans. And the humans would wake up, and I think it's an 80s movie.
Killer
And
clowns
I
from outer
remember this
space.
really sharp, like pointy thing wanting. I don't know. They're like thin, white, alien looking aliens. Okay. And I remember they had like no mouth, just big eyes. And it was a movie. I don't know what the movie's called, but I remember like they were experimenting on the humans and they had like these
Fire in the Sky?
huge, sharp,
It sounds like
pointing
Fire in the
needles that
Sky.
would go into the eye.
And he like wakes up
Probably.
in like a
Let
weird
me see. Is
fleshy
that it?
pod, like covered in like clear goop. Yeah,
Yes!
It's supposed to be based on a true story, right?
Yeah.
In
Guy is
Oregon, I
called?
think.
And the name Fire in the
Yes!
Sky is actually a reference that the Native Americans in that area where he reported that happening, there's old accounts from the Native Americans in that area, and they called it the Fire in the Sky. So the movie and the book, I think it's based on a book. I think all that's based on like Native American versions of exactly what happened to that guy.
Well, and I think like Jake Paul and them, when they were like doing their podcasting, they went out and did an episode trying to like go to that area of Arizona and have an encounter with the
It's in Oregon, I think.
aliens. Is it Oregon? I thought
Yo.
it was Arizona.
I think it's in the Oregon woods.
I was probably 7 years old when I've seen this, and it like engraved into my brain. This fucking movie. I've never
I'll
seen this
remember his
since.
name.
It's the best alien movie that's ever been made.
Yes,
It really is.
Yes.
I'll remember I mean, I could look it up right now. None of my shit's working, but I'm like, I'll remember the real guy's name. You can find tons of interviews on him and his friends because his friends all hold account to his tale. They go to lie detector tests. Like this becomes the whole entire big thing of the town. The actor who plays the like guy who gets abducted is the guy from a movie. This is like old school and like in our childhood, but all I remember of the movie is the girl was like a bitch and she would be like toe pick, like it was like an ice skating, The Cutting Edge, I think was the name of the movie. What was his name? I feel like he had a double letter in his name for some reason.
Greg Hayes, right? Or oh no, his real name was Henry Thomas.
What were all the guys' names?
Travis Walton, DB Sweeney,
Travis.
Peter Berg, Robert Patrick, the T1000 guy. Someone mentioned that in the comments.
I feel like Travis isn't the guy that gets abducted.
No. Oh yeah, it is. It is. DB Sweeney.
Yeah, Travis is
I
the
would
guy
have
that
never-
gets abducted, and then they find his naked body like 100 miles away at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says he sees 3 suction cups or something, like 4 suction cups on the window, like a handprint of the alien where he was found naked.
Holy shit.
And then he had crazy post-traumatic stress from the event, like where he would just be like under his table screaming and all his family would walk in and they'd be like, what, dude? It's like the middle of the day on Tuesday.
Y'all, what if they're not really getting abducted? What if they're being woken up in the pods, okay? And that consciousness wakes up and they're not in the avatar
like in the
state
Matrix?
of us?
Like those?
Yeah, and they're in the pods and they're awakened,
Yeah.
and then when they get back into their
They're
body,
not being probed. It's
like,
just their fucking little ports.
dude.
The
And they're
plug-in in the Matrix.
remembering their experience with the fucking actual creators of this realm, the aliens. I'm not saying it's true. This is just me and my brain.
Do you
But
remember
that
though when
is
he crawls out in that fucking pod?
their memory of the reality.
That when he crawls out in that pod, that is like 1,000 times scarier than the Matrix.
Yeah. Oh god.
Like
yeah.
that, whatever it did in my brain, what
What-
Layla's talking about, like how it seared in my brain when he crawls out and there's other humans and shit, and like that movie is intense.
like,
I feel like I seen it at the movie theater in my youth.
That scene always reminds me also of the scene in Ace Ventura when he crawls out of the rhino in the it kind of looks like that, the way that it happens.
The a-hole. Uranus. We come out of Uranus.
Fire in the Sky. Maybe an alien abduction scary movie. It's been a while since one of those. And there's tons of stories you could actually base it on. Like Fire in the Sky. They didn't show too much
Our
alien.
higher self.
Apparently, the original cut, they
so.
showed the tall, white, Nordic, like human-esque beings, but they cut that part, and that was actually part of the original report. But I guess it wasn't interesting enough, or didn't test well, or CIA got a hold of it, and they were like, don't show the Nordics. Just keep it to like the little blurry gray guys in the background.
Isn't it interesting how the grays look, and then you look at all of the ancient art for a period of time with the nose blown off, and it looks the same? Almost like if there were grays, our nose, they would cut off our nose despite our face. Like they would hate that about us. Like those fucking humans and their
Showing
noses.
off their damn noses.
Yeah, like it would be the thing that separated us from them mostly. They'd be like, their eyes, whatever, but definitely
And
not
hair.
that nose.
This is
You
a
never really
test.
see aliens with hair except for the Nordics.
This is a test. We're in the pods. They are testing something out through us, right? What is the test? It's not our experience. It's how for them to actually create a realm for themselves. What if that's it? What if that's, yeah, they're creating simulations like video games like we do. We create the video games, we create Sims and COD and all of that. And, you know, in our fantasies, they have their fantasies, if this is real, just hypothetically speaking. What if the test for them, and maybe this is not the only realm where they're testing how to create a realm, maybe that's what they're actually trying to do if these beings actually exist, and this is just a simulation and our actual true bodies are in pods. Maybe they're trying to recreate something that was once here and is no longer here.
I wish I had
not here, but like for them.
I wish I had a computer so I could make a gray alien with like shorts on singing Fantasy by Mariah Carey.
That was good.
With my boyfriend.
That's a bop too. As far as you go back to that song in history, it's always
I know. It always is.
Past, present, and future.
Isn't there an Old Dirty Bastard version too?
Yeah.
Right? There's Old Dirty Bastard version too. Yeah. New York's
The
in
chat's
the
trying to make
house.
a Chaney Chia
in the
pet. I don't know if
house.
you saw that.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah,
It'd probably grow better than my actual hair.
Chaney.
It'd probably grow more organized than my actual hair grows. It's out of control a little bit.
Thomas,
Well,
you gonna make a
what?
Chaney Chia pet?
Maybe it'll be a Real Housewives second.
Yeah.
And they'll get
Love it. Chaney. Oh.
Before we
This realm is
Hunter,
weird.
before we wrap up, I'll show off my latest Patreon post because it's all about Real Housewives, and anyone that stayed here this long through this video, you deserve to see a little something special. Let me hold up. There we go. Okay.
Shout out to the 200 people
Baby,
wherever
come
you're
on,
watching.
baby, come on. Baby, come on.
Thank
So
you.
here you go.
We love
This
you.
was a Patreon only post. We showed some of these last week, but there's some new ones, and they're a little bit more organized now too. So
I love this. Chaney, I love your character.
we've just got a whole bunch of different versions of Chaney on this one. So this is the one that we like right now, although I've got one other artist that I really want to have her give it a shot at these characters. I think she can really knock it out of the park. So here's Chaney is like an anime character. This was another take with a little bit more of a Western look to it. I think we showed most of these ones already. I like this one, but the artist was mostly using AI, which I'm not opposed to. However, when then you need to make like very specific, minute changes or like make sure that there's elements that are consistent between shots, it all just kind of falls apart, and it probably wasn't worth it in the long run. This one we really liked, but she's kind of like a thick club hottie or something. It just wasn't hitting the vibe, and the black outlines, it gives it more of like a dark noir look and not like a poppy Jim and the Holograms look that I think we're going for. This is trans Chaney.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's very non-binary.
This one's not bad. It's a little Aeon Fluxy, but I also think it's a little too weird and I don't know. I can't. Yeah, it doesn't really look like her, and also I think that all the characters wouldn't look like who they're supposed to look like. Here was the win. We had so many versions of this character, but here's the winning version. I think we showed last week, and then here's a new. This one was another one, and then here's some updated ones. I don't think we showed this one last week.
No.
So this one is this is kind of like a rock star version, like a child pop star. She was, like in a Disney Mickey Mouse Club kind of thing and grew up. Well, it's Avril Lavigne.
Oh yeah, okay.
Instead of Avril Lavigne, it's Avril Lavigne. And then here's one that I teased on my Instagram earlier, and this is like one of the head bitches of the Vril housewives. She's like one of the head housewives. And Chaney had this idea that maybe the wives all are like half animal in some subtle ways.
A half breed.
Lisa Vanderhoof.
Yeah, this is Lisa Vanderhoof, and she's got these little hooves. So there we go. I think the next when we're all done with this first phase, we'll basically have character artwork sheets laid out for 10 different characters and 1 or 2 sample comic pages, and then we'll put like a whole Kickstarter page together and everything and just push it for as long as it takes to get a few hundred signups. Yeah. It's important.
Of course it was rigged.
And I'm going to tell you too, something really important to me for each one of the characters. I feel like since we're kind of developing it here, I want it to be something that people can dress up as. Like that's one of the fun things of the Vril Housewives for me is I want them to have enough going on with their horns and hooves, and now I'm gonna get this dress and I'm Lisa Vanderhoof and I'm going to Comic-Con. I'm picturing like the whole thing that I want them to be cool enough to want to dress as.
Hell yeah.
Hey Abbie.
Yes.
Hey Abbie. Look down and spell attic real quick.
Funny.
ATTIC. We're talking about boobs. So ATTIC. Get it? Attic. You don't remember that? For my generation. ATTIC.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. You look down, it's like ATTIC and she has boobs. Titty. TT.
We were all like, try to touch your elbows together.
Wait.
No, behind your back.
Wait.
Can you touch your elbows together behind your back?
I don't think
exactly.
Classic.
When my boobs are out.
Like dropping a pencil.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you guys have anything fun going on this week? On that note,
as per usual,
I think I'm gonna be on Tuesday night. What's his name invited me? Alan Marcus invited me to the show, so I'm off Tuesday. So I think I'm gonna go on the show. Yeah,
on Deliberating Dogface Dudes.
I think so.
Yeah, with Balderson and Marcus and Steve. I think is usually there.
Come on. Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
You'd be good on a debate show, Layla.
I'm gonna watch it.
I can't wait for that. I would love it. I can't wait.
Layla and Steve in a room. Oh my Lanta.
When it's like debating, a lot.
Wrong?
Yeah, you're gonna love that.
With Layla and Steve in a room.
He's gonna hate my guts, but it's okay.
No, you guys will probably agree on a lot of stuff. You guys will probably agree on a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think so. I mean, overall, it depends on what you talk about.
Yeah.
Like if you guys were to talk about Dr. Fauci, you guys are probably going to agree on everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on the topic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That seems fun. So yeah, check out Layla this week on Deliberating Dog-Faced Dudes with Alan Marcus and Balderson and Steve. And what do you have going on, Thomas?
I'm almost at 10,000 YouTube subscribers. That might roll over this coming week. I've got the most shows ever now coming out consistently, and I've been pre-recording so that a lot of them will be coming out through December, even if I just like take a break. But Mondays, I've got my Paranoid American podcast. Tuesdays is Under the Docks, where we do old classic conspiracy documentaries. Thursdays is Occult Disney. Fridays is Secret Society of Good Guys. Saturday I do Cartoon Cabal, and then I've got like a few others. On Sundays I've been doing Sync Tank around 3 Eastern with Andreas and David Charles Slade, and then once a month, maybe sometimes more often, I'll do Monthly Mormon Monday with Heidi, but it's usually not on a Monday. It's usually on like a Tuesday or something. Because
I know we have to get everyone back to hang out soon too. And we'll have to get since Spirit Halloween's open, it's time for us to get some themes again for fun costumes.
Woohoo. Yeah.
So
I'm in.
I am.
Me too.
You guys,
I'm down.
We love the audience. We thank you so much for watching all the time. I hope all this works. I'm going to try to hit it all on my phone, but we will see you next week, and we'll send you all the best energy and juju and prayers in whatever form you want to take it. So, all right. XOXO, Gossip Girl, turn your volume down. All right.
Can you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, clones, Jamaicans, it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys. The world we used to think we knew is constantly exposing woo. Our possibilities come true. So what we do is call out to the good guys, good guys. Witches, widows, MAGA, mystics, entertaining cunnilinguists, good guys. The forum of the quorum needs a secretive society to advance our philosophies intentionally, magically, good guys. Conspiracy, sex, clones, Jamaicans, it's okay to change your thinking, good guys. Good guys, good guys, good guys.
Oh my God. What is going on? Am I supposed to leave? Bye. Love you guys.